It's alive! It's alive!
Hello, everyone.
What's up, dirty dogs?
Hello?
What's up, guys? Good to see you. We're a little early. As you can see, they haven't started yet. But, yeah. We'll get into it here momentarily. It's good to see everybody. I'm getting my stuff together. We're live here in Thailand in front of the Sin Club until these ding-dongs start. Caller! Hi, Francine. It's good to see you. What's up, good guy? What's up, LAV? What's up, Sal, Jimmy, Nancy, Bird, Seth, Jonathan? Yeah, what's up, Venom? Hi. Hi, Tommy. Voodoo. What's up, Vin? Yes, I did. And I had a nice breakfast. I made myself a nice bacon and eggs. Look, she's whipping everybody's ass. Oh! Ah! Did you get in here? I'm going to whip your ass. Like, dude, this chick's wild. She grabbed some chick's ass that was walking with her boyfriend. And the chick just laughed at her. Now she's over here whipping motherfuckers. Like, man, is that the way? That's how you get them in, huh? You think you're going to whip them so hard in their ass they're just going to turn them on to go in and get a cocktail at your place? Is that how that works? What's up, Jennifer? How are you? What's up, Zero? What's up, Let's Smoke Bud? Look at him. Ah! Whipped his ass. Back to the whippings. That's it. See if she whip. I guarantee you she's going to whip one of these three. Oh? They're like, oh, because they already decided to go in. That's why. The ones who are just walking by get the whip. Oh, no, you need to come by. If not, you're getting the whip. You need to get your ass up in here, son. What's she got? What's that? Big ass pillow? What is that? It's probably laundry, I bet. I bet you it's laundry. I'm doing good, Branson. Just woke up, had some breakfast, a little coffee. So I'm getting my day going and do the early morning show, which, of course, still hasn't started yet. 10 minutes late. Yeah. So, I got my cards ready to put up for tonight on eBay, and it's really what I got to start doing, list cards as soon as I'm done here. And, get my day on, do all my packing. I got 20 packages to pack up for eBay. So I got to take care of that. And, yeah, man. Busy. Free entry is right. Come on in. Spend that money. Get up in here. Wonder what drinks cost over there. Wonder if they're just as bad like here. Probably not. Probably really dirt cheap. Dab time. Shit, go get it, Mac. It's too early for me. I ain't be dabbing at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm good. And yeah, see, Chris, they're still... They're still here, Chris. I just figured instead of looking at all the stuff that I guess you could read about that they're going to be talking about today, all the agenda items. See, here's agenda item 21. That was just 20. So, there you go. Removing the property at 4530 West Coliseum Street. Oh, boy, the housing authority wants that one gone. Thank you, Alan. What's up, Nancy? Hi, Zero. Worse in Australia. Ice Poseidon stuck in Thailand after arrest for lap dance? That can't be real. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's Andrew Grabner with his same shirt on, the dirty Black Lives Matter shirt.
Welcome to this meeting of your Los Angeles City
Council. Does he wash
Council.
that thing every day, or does he just wear it every day?
Of the council, and we're ready to begin today's meeting.
The petty pink-faced dictators in town.
August 16th, 2023. Public comment will be taken today,
girl.
both
Appreciate
in person here in the council
morning.
chambers and also by teleconference for today's meeting. So,
Chemdog, get it.
Clerk,
Chemdog
if you could please
sugar.
call the roll.
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfield, De Leon,
Hi, Kristen.
Herstossen,
Hi,
Hernandez, Hutt, Krikorian, Lee, McOsker, Padilla, Park.
It looks pretty
Price,
packed in there,
Rahman,
man.
Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 13 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Very good. First order of business, please.
Approval of the minutes of August 15, 2023.
Notice how the sound's down again today?
Councilmember Harris Dawson moves.
Not as
Councilmember
loud
Hutt
as it was
seconds.
yesterday.
Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Thank you. Councilmember Rahman moves. Councilmember Yaroslavsky
No, we go
seconds.
live on
Next.
Friday.
Let's run through the agenda, please.
Items 1 through 14 are items for which public hearings have been held. Items 15 through
course they're
21
being
are
shady,
items for
Max.
which public hearings have not been held.
Max, that's why I always say, man, you got to follow me one other place. Go follow me on Rumble or somewhere else. You don't even need to go there. Just get the alert from there. That way you say, oh, okay, well, he's on Rumble. Then you know he's on YouTube unless he got kicked off. then you go to where you like. And that's why I tell people to do that. It's not to get the numbers up. Trust me, you can care less. The numbers are not high to begin with. So let's just get that straight. It's more for your advantage so you don't miss the show.
Those matters are now before us.
And again, I'm going to link the link tree so you can see right here. Let me link the link tree right there in the chat. Click on the link tree.
Council
you
President,
can go right to any of those channels and sub
but
the
I
other
would like
channels.
to call item 12 special for comment.
Very good.
Thank you.
Councilmember Rahman.
I have an.
Isn't it Raman and not Ramen? There's no
11.
E. It's R-A-M-A-n,
So-
right? Look at it. It's Raman.
Circulate city
It's
attorney's
not
office.
Ramen. Ramen is
Mr. City Attorney, can you
R-A-M-E-N.
please read the amendment into the
Okay?
record, please?
Yes, Mr.
Ramen.
President.
That's
So
Raman.
The motion reads
You
that
don't
item
even know
number
her
11
name.
Be amended to adopt the following additional
If I were her, I'd
recommendations.
correct you every day until
5,
you get it right.
Request the city attorney,
That's just
with
me.
the assistance of the Bureau of Street Services and the Board of Public Works and any other relevant department to report and provide recommendations on the following proposed amendments to the city's protected tree ordinance.
Yeah, they
as
can't even get it
denoted in
right.
Sections
Sad deal.
46 and 46.06
That's their coworker.
of the municipal code.
All right,
A,
so I pinned it to the
under
top.
Municipal
So you
Code
guys can
Section
have it.
46, expand the
Oh,
definition.
we're going to say the pledge. We
of
should let the
remove
idiot
and
yesterday,
removal
who, by the
to
way,
include
people sent me messages. KFI 640, big talk radio station out here, went off on her about not knowing the Pledge of Allegiance.
more than 25% of live
Okay,
canopy
more than one
material,
person caught that.
acts that inflict damage upon
Wasn't
the root
just us that
system
caught
or
it.
other part of the tree or shrub by fire, application of toxic substances, piling up
Morning,
of
Matt.
materials on top
What's
of
up,
the
Wise
critical root zone, operation of
Calamity Girl.
equipment or
Much love.
machinery, or by changing the natural grade of the land
John?
by excavation or filling the drip line area around the
Do they
trunk.
do anything? No.
B,
Besides just talk and
under
waste
Municipal
money,
Code Section
taxpayer money, no.
46.02,
Nothing.
clarify the intent.
They get nothing
such
done.
that the permits granted from the Board of Public Works to comply with this section and must specifically be for the purpose of protected tree relocation or removal. C,
Relocation or
under
removal.
Municipal Code Section
Let's get it.
46.06,
Hey,
clarify
he kinda
the
combed his
process
hair today,
for the
man.
Bureau of Street
It's best I've
Services
seen it
to
in
revoke
months.
or withhold building permits in response to violations of the protected tree ordinance,
Hey, Alex.
including creating a standardized
do 50
policy
guns.
by
I
which
do,
the
man.
Bureau of Street Services
I spread
has the
myself-
authority
myself
to
too thin,
suspend
apparently.
building permits.
It's a problem.
The ordinance should be updated to specify the
can I
number
do?
of trees
Then you
subject
die.
to removal, beyond which the Bureau of Street Services shall be compelled to withhold or revoke such permits. And then instruction number 6, instruct the Planning Department, Department of Building and Safety, the Bureau of Street Services, and the Board of Public Works, with the assistance of the Department of Public Works, to prepare a
Nothing
report
much, Mike.
with recommendations on the current
waiting
process
these dummies
for
to get ready
permitting
and start
protected
working.
tree removal, and how
Subject.
to improve the process
Hi,
so that
Allison.
the Department of Building and Safety provides the Department of Public Works
Hi, Salvador.
with sufficient opportunity to address potential impacts on protected trees in advance of final project approval and prior to the issuance of permits to construct. And so this amendment only asks
Nice
for a
and
report
clean.
back and then recommendation, so it does not require us to reopen public comment on this matter, Mr. President.
Is there a second to this
Every
motion?
day, fresh and clean. Fresh and clean.
Okay. Councilmember Rahman, anything further?
No, just that these are amendments really
They
designed
do, Bionic.
to,
They all read like third graders.
pay a little bit more attention to protected trees and enforcement as we move.
And they're
through this
busy
report.
reading
Thank
off
you.
papers
you.
all day, and they
Councilmember
have no
Hernandez.
heart and can't read for
Thank you,
one. They
Council
can't even
President. I would
speak
like
for
to
1
continue
minute
item
from their head.
16, 3 weeks to September 6th, please.
Item 16 continued for 3
I don't know if
weeks
we have
without
Cowboys,
objection.
Mike.
That
They
will
haven't
be the
showed the
order.
crowd too much, but it is packed in
Anything
there.
further, members?
Like, as soon as they're done here, we'll get to any moment now. We'll get to the
Any
public.
other specials?
So that's all they're doing. The little special items and shit that are coming up. As you can see, I don't see any Cowboys
Okay,
there.
That last item, the 3-week continuance, would be
What's up, Capri?
until
Frosty?
September 6th, 2023. Is that right, Mr. Clerk?
Hi, Scar.
That is correct, sir.
Sky.
Okay. Mr. De Leon.
Crime is rampant. Fix the trees. It's true. Oh, she's a Civil
Continue
War
item
vet.
19, 2 weeks.
When you go back, look in the very
And for the
front
record,
row.
that's August 30th, 2020.
He's sitting like the
Very good.
very
Without
first
objection,
row
that
on
will
the
be the
very
order.
end. Almost dressed like a Civil War
All right.
fucking warrior
Then with that, Mr.
soldier.
Clerk, what is now
fucking
available
great.
for us to vote on?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 1 through 10 and 13 and 14.
All right, those matters are now before us. Do any members wish to be heard on any of those matters? Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll,
Close the roll.
close the roll, and
Tabulate the votes.
14 ayes.
They did pick up the garbage. I believe they've settled the strike. They settled the strike with UPS. I know that.
All right. Item 12 was called special by Councilmember Yaroslavsky. Public comment has been satisfied on this item at length, and so that matter is now before us. So, members, but Councilmember Yaroslavsky, if you could open it.
Thank you very much, Council President. Thank you, colleagues. Before us is a motion I know a lot of us are already
flipping it like
very
a dick.
familiar with, so I'm going to keep my remarks short. The last time this motion was heard, I laid out several reasons why I asked for your vote. But I think perhaps the most important
gonna whip
reason
them,
is that on
guaranteed.
its face,
Someone's
the
getting
very
whipped here.
idea of putting a dense commercial hotel on some of the last
Well.
undeveloped land high up in the Santa Monica Mountains is a bad land use decision. It's a terrible land use decision. This is not complicated. There's a reason the city hasn't allowed a hotel to be built in these mountains in over 100 years. It's because this kind of intensive land use
I don't know, that
has
tit
dangerous
looks pretty
and
real when
environmentally
she
devastating
moved him right there.
implications and sets a terrible
Looks like
precedent.
some natural titty to me.
It would put local wildlife at risk by destroying
Let's watch.
habitat.
Look.
It would put the structural
Ah,
integrity
got
of the
it.
hillside at risk by requiring intensive grading and bulldozing. And most importantly, it would put human lives and property at risk due to the very real wildfire threats.
Dude, could you
This
imagine
last
doing
piece
that
can't be
here?
overstated. I don't need
Could
to
you
remind
imagine
any of you of
how
the
you
wildfire risks
how you
already
get in
felt
trouble?
on
Oh, chick just
hillsides.
got whipped and she
I
stopped.
know many of you
Like her-
also represent hillside communities.
Could you
And every
imagine
summer and
how much
fall,
trouble
we
you'd get
brace
doing that
ourselves
here?
for fire season. We all understand that
Supposed to be
wildfires
suing
are
the
becoming
club.
more frequent and more intense with climate change.
Yeah, my ass hurts.
The last thing we should be doing is
I gotta
putting a
sue.
hotel smack in the middle of a high fire severity zone. Simply put, it is the wrong project in the wrong location and shouldn't have gotten this far in the first place. For all these reasons, the community has been overwhelmingly opposed to this project, as have
Flogging.
dozens of environmental groups across
Floggers.
the city. Groups like Tree People, the Sierra Club, Citizens for Los Angeles Wildlife,
I know
and Center
everybody's
for
a dude
Biological
here.
Diversity. The motion
no
before us
women
today
ever
is
on my
simple. It
channel,
asks the
ever.
Director of Planning to consider reversing his prior decision to initiate the general plan amendment process for this project. We as a council don't have the authority to require him to do so, but we can ask him to consider exercising his legal discretion to do so. And let me be clear, I'm not asking for your vote lightly. I know this is a really hard vote. There have been millions and millions of dollars spent lobbying each of our offices. We've
Millions
received
and
calls
millions
from
wasted.
so many people on this project. I know each
Wasted.
of you has as well. Emails, calls, for months now. This motion is about taking a stand together as a council and saying that we don't believe it's in the city's best interest for our planning department to spend hours of staff resources, hundreds of hours of staff resources, and millions of taxpayer dollars on a project that goes against everything we're doing from a land use perspective, a climate perspective, and a public safety perspective. Especially when the project is located in such a special place in one of our districts. We all have them. They are the gems that make Los Angeles unique, and I know everyone around this horseshoe would fight like hell to protect those places in your own districts were they threatened.
Sorry, guys.
That's what this is about for me. So I hope you will join me in taking that stand and vote yes on this motion before us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Council Member. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Please, we need to have order in the council chambers. Thank you very much. Thank you. I need to ask you all to please maintain order in the council chambers so we can proceed
Fuck
with our
off.
discussion. Councilmember
Hope somebody
Rodriguez.
just yells at the end. Fuck off.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Who said that?
Mr. Yaroslavsky, completely understand, and I appreciate the sensitive nature of the conversation, but similar to the comments that I had previously, I just
what do I
wanted
mean
to
when it tells me don't spam me?
talk about what
Don't
process
spam in the
looks
chat
like
room.
and making sure that we
Over
go
and
through
over
a
and over and
process. I
over.
think one of,
That's
I
what
look
I
at
mean.
Mr. Harris Dawson and I last week were making comments with a
It
panel
annoys
of individuals
other
that
people in
came
the
to
room.
present
Not just me.
From the LA Business Council.
I can't read what
asking
people are
for
trying to say to
an
me,
environment where
and you're just writing
people
dumb, useless
understand
shit.
what the rules
So that's
are
what
in
I'm
the city
talking
of Los
about.
Angeles when they're going to potentially invest in an area. And whether or not we support an issue, stopping it from enduring its full due diligence.
Yeah,
in
she wore that
process,
same
I
dress
think
yesterday.
obstructs the potential
Same
for
one. She has 17 of them, all the same
I know
dresses.
that's the case in areas like mine and Mr. Harris Dawson's. And we're never against many of those opportunities. We want to attract further investment, but I think the inconsistent manner with which we approach these
How did he get
rules
whipped?
and
How come
allowing
he didn't get
individuals
whipped?
the opportunity to, in fact, do their due diligence, I think is what potentially injures our opportunities for further investments in the city of Los Angeles. And so for that reason, completely understand what your
Sweaty,
position
drunk.
is and why. I think it's really important that we have clear and consistent process in the city of Los Angeles when it comes to land use decisions and enabling those that seek to do investments at least just continue to do their due diligence, their environmental review. Because at the end of the day, should everything that is
Behind
suggested
her
is going to be
flabs,
determined
her
with the
lohas.
environmental impacts,
She wants to get rid of the
that will
lohas.
then
Now
determine
that's
what
a
the
dude
outcome of this
in the
project
red.
is going to be.
That's a guy.
It's not
Without
this
a doubt.
process and potentially obstructing
Without a
that from
doubt.
proceeding. And so
It's a
with
man.
that, my position remains consistent. And I appreciate your role and what you're advocating for, but that's my position for mine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Park. Please, folks, thank you.
Oh, please,
Councilmember
folks,
Park.
don't you dare clap. That's going to disrupt it. Look at the Civil War guys. Did you see them?
President.
Did you fucking see them?
I know
Can't
that
wait to see them.
Today's vote is a very difficult one for many of us, and I have personally wrestled mightily with it. I hear Councilwoman Rodriguez's concerns loud and clear. When we last considered this item, I expressed significant concerns about the environmental impacts, fire safety, a concern which is even more timely in light of the devastating fires in Maui. And I also expressed concerns about the unusual process at stake in this vote. I did not feel then that my questions were adequately addressed. I still have a lot of questions, and I still have concerns about the process and the precedent we may be setting. But since May,
You're not going to find him.
I
Come
have
on.
had the opportunity to engage with constituents from across
It's called
the
the Sin
hillsides,
City Club, Thailand.
including
Just Google it on
many
YouTube.
from
It'll
my
come
own
up.
district.
Sin Club.
Residents who care
S-I-N.
deeply about our natural resources and who worry about the precedent that this project sets for the health of our Santa Monica Mountains and its ecosystem.
Okay, Sky, I'll check it out. I appreciate
Much
you.
like the sensitive marine environment in our beach communities, our canyons and hillsides, and the wildlife there are critical assets that belong to all of Los Angeles. And the reality is, when they're gone, they're gone.
Harbor Freight is garbage.
I want our city to have world-class amenities, and I want to invest in good, responsible development across Los Angeles.
Tiberius?
I want to create jobs, and we are going to work with the unions to modernize and improve our city across every council district, including my own. Like every one of us, Councilwoman Yaroslavsky was elected to represent and lead her constituents in the 5th District. I want her to deliver the best possible results that she can to her constituents. So for all of those reasons and more, I will be supporting my community and my constituents in voting in favor of Councilmember Yaroslavsky's motion. Thank you.
Man, can we get to work? It's 27 minutes in. We still haven't even got to work really yet. We're
And
still just
members,
blabbing.
I understand that there's some challenges with the touch screens right now.
Of course
so
there
I
is.
just want to make sure.
Nothing works.
I'm going to
right.
ask the audience again, do not interrupt the council's work. Whoever just shouted out, there won't be any shouting out while we're trying to debate this issue or any other issue, or you'll be removed from this council chambers. So I understand that there were some problems with the speaker queue. Were there any other members wishing to be heard on this matter? Just if you could just raise your hand so I can see you. Okay. So it looks like, let me just say briefly, I want
He doesn't know
to
what
say
he's
that
doing.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky has done incredible work on this matter since the day she got here to advance this motion and protect her constituents and her position with regard to this development. And I just want to say congratulations to you, Councilmember Yaroslavsky, on the diligence that you have demonstrated in fighting this fight. And I just want to say, as last time, I will not be voting to support this motion, not because of substance on the project. I don't have the first idea what the project entails in terms of its impact yet. It concerns me greatly to see a project coming in an area like this, open space, that is so strongly opposed by the council member for that district.
Oh, there's
and
never
by
any
the
debates
the
here. They
neighbors
can't
of the district.
debate.
That concerns
They
me
just,
greatly.
it's, all it is here is
But I'll
back
have that
scratching.
opportunity to consider
You scratch my
later
back for when
the
I want
environmental
something
review
done.
is
I'll
done.
scratch yours.
And so my vote
We'll both
today is
grift
merely-
together,
I know process
and we'll
votes never
pretend like
excite
shit is getting
anybody,
done.
and nobody ever gets celebrated for process votes. But the simple
That's
truth
what's
is we
happening.
do have an environmental
There is zero
review
debate
process.
here. Nothing.
That's not
Ever.
complete. I just wanted to be complete.
Why would you
before
debate
I
somebody that's on
take
the
a
same
position
team
on
as you?
this, project. So
Makes no
that's
sense.
why I will be voting no. But with that, let's go ahead. If there's
Okay,
no one else wishing to be heard.
people
Councilmember-
actually think that there's Republicans and Democrats in here, and there is not. It's only one side. Every single one of these people is from one side, not the other. There is zero opposition, and that's why it's a toilet. That's simply it.
The roll is open.
Yeah, it's packed. I mean, look, there's almost
Let's
nowhere
go
to
ahead and
sit.
Close the roll.
You can see
and
Mr.
tabulate
Herman in the
votes.
Batman suit, and again, when this thing goes
8
down,
ayes,
look at the
6
very
noes.
first row.
This item is adopted.
I want to show you the guys, the
Very good.
Civil War
Thank
dude.
you very much. Thank you, members.
Look at the Civil War guys.
Okay, let's go back now, if we can, Mr. Clerk, to item number 11, which I understand we can go ahead and take up as amended by Councilmember Rahman. So that
Fucking
item is now
muskets
before us.
and all
Does
that
anyone
shit
wish
up
to
in
be heard
there.
on item 11? No?
Can I bring my musket?
Seeing no members wishing to be heard on item 11 as amended, let's go ahead and
Could
open
be
the
there,
roll,
Kenneth. I don't know. He should be there.
close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
I mean, he had to fight to talk yesterday, and they still didn't let
14
him talk.
ayes.
Very good. Thank you. So with that, members, before we go to the public comment portion of our meeting, I would like to recognize Councilmember Hutt
Buffalo
for
Soldiers.
a very important and very special presentation today. So I'd like to give the floor to Councilmember Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I head over to the
Sure.
podium.
Sure. Take your time.
Take your time. No, don't take your time. Why is everybody getting out? Why are they moving everybody right here? No way is that the line to talk to. Oh, yeah, they're leaving already. Well, fuck it. I didn't even see these guys on this side either. I didn't even see them. Yeah, it's some presentation. Mr. Herman's right there. Mr. Spindler's right there. There's Goat Boy with the puppet. There's Mr. Spindler with a Batman shirt on. I don't see Mr. Sachs or Mr. Harlan at the current moment. But again, that doesn't mean anything because Mr. Harlan's always on this side where I can't really see him because of the camera angle. So he usually sits on this side. So he may be there too.
And Councilmember Hutt, if you can, just give us just a minute, because there's a lot of people who are here in the chambers who are wishing to exit right now. I think if you could just give it another 30 seconds or so,
Sure.
we should be good to go.
Sure, thank you.
Everyone trying to get out of here because they don't want to listen to you talk. Hold up. We got to go out back, smoke a joint real quick while you talking. When you're done, we'll be back. Yeah, another presentation. Well, this is really the first
All right.
presentation. They haven't presented anything yet today. They're just sitting
All
there
right, very
talking
good.
about
Councilmember
special
Hutt,
motions
floor is
first.
yours.
Thank you so much,
This
Mr.
is their
President.
presentation.
Good morning, colleagues and folks in the audience. I'm excited here today as we shed light on a pivotal chapter of American history that deserves our recognition and appreciation.
How they never recognize all the
Before
shit they
we,
did, like
dive
slavery,
into the notable
Japanese
story of the
internment
Buffalo
camps,
Soldiers,
Jim Crow laws.
I want to
How come they never
highlight
recognize
the
that
Nogales
shit?
Buffalo Soldiers Legacy Association, an organization dedicated to keeping the history and the name of Buffalo Soldiers alive. Before I get started, I'd like to bring up Deputy Mayor Brian Williams from the Office of Public Safety.
And what's funny to me is you get so many black men and
Mr.
women.
Spindler, Mr. Herman, and other members of the audience, don't disrupt this presentation. Don't disrupt the business.
You got so many black men and women up here willing to support the people that enslaved them.
I'm so excited to be here this morning on behalf
really-
of the mayor.
it's really a rich.
Greetings to the Buffalo soldiers who are here with us
really
this morning.
rich.
She's out doing mayoral stuff.
Anybody who enslaved
Unfortunately,
me,
she
the
could
last
not
thing
be
you want
here.
to get is me to
But
get
I
up
could
there
not
and
let
have
this
you
day go by
present me
without
anything.
recognizing the significance
I'm gonna
of
present you
75
with that.
years of history. That's what you all represent. That's 75 years since desegregation and the 75 years of African Americans who have participated in
got a
our
hat like
nation's
mine
military.
almost.
So on behalf of the mayor, I want to say thank
chippy
you
hat.
to the Buffalo soldiers, to you, Ms. Houston,
Buffalo
for the legacy that you all present here today.
Red
But you know, this day also
Rasta.
represents a stark reminder to us that it was only 75 years ago
definitely
that
exploits
the
them
nation's
all.
military was desegregated.
They
There's
don't
still a
understand
lot
that
of
they're
work
the
to be done.
pawns.
In fact, if we were in Florida today, I doubt if we'd even be able to
I don't want her
celebrate
name up
this
there.
Black History moment that we're
I
having
want to stare
today.
at them, not their,
So, while
not
we
this piece of
recognize
shit
the
right here in the
significance of
green
this day,
grimace.
we recognize that there's still work to be done. And let me, before I take my seat, thank not just the Buffalo soldiers, but I want to thank those soldiers who are of Jewish heritage, who are Muslim, who are straight, who are gay, who are white, who are black, who are Latino, all of whom help make our nation safer. So thank you, Buffalo soldiers. Thank you for all that you've done, and we recognize you on this special day.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. Appreciating service to folks that let us sleep at night is really important, and I'm glad we're doing this today. When serving the military, African Americans have demonstrated extraordinary courage, bravery, and resilience while being subject to oppression and really bad conditions. This organization partners with communities across the nation to educate, inform, highlight the notable accomplishments of the Buffalo soldiers who have served this country. In a world where people are trying to ban history, erase our contributions, it's very important that our community work together to educate and push the
Oppression, yes. Somehow they're
I
oppressed
thank Nogales for
in
their
today.
dedication. For
Only people of
refusing
color.
To let the legacy of Buffalo soldiers die and vanish from American history. The role these soldiers took in safeguarding
She can't even read.
Facility
Like a
and
3-year-old.
facilitating the expansion of our nation is one of the many reasons that we're able to convene here today. I'm proud to be here as we ensure the legacy of Buffalo soldiers and that it's cherished and passed on to future generations.
Voice,
I want to thank you, and now I want to introduce our President Pro Tem, our colleague, Councilmember Marquise Harris Dawson.
Boy, riveting. Just
Thank you so much.
Just fucking
Thank
riveting.
you, Councilwoman Hutt. Let's give Councilwoman Hutt a big round of applause. This is a
Don't you ever forget, guys, last year, 2022, was the year of fake oppression.
You've gotten
Here
a
you
lot
go.
of the history,
More oppression.
and a lot of the significance.
Apparently
of
it's
the
still happening in
Buffalo soldiers.
2023.
I want to personally
Ask Bubba
thank
Wallace.
the folks behind. me,
Ask the
because
Duke
every
volleyball
time
player.
there's a community event.
Ask,
every
Juicy
time there's
Smollett.
a event at a church or
That was just
anywhere,
all
we
last
ask
year.
the Buffalo soldiers to
All
show
lies.
up.
All
You
of them.
show up in uniform. You shake
Fake
hands with
oppression.
people, you take pictures.
2022,
with people.
baby.
So I thank you for that personally, because
Thought
it's
we'd
the
move
way
past
we
it in 2023,
continue the
but I
history.
guess
It's the
not,
way
Billy.
People who are very, very young get to ask questions about why are they in special uniforms and why are they called Buffalo soldiers and not regular soldiers. And that's how we transmit.
Because you love to segregate people.
And
They
it's
got to be
important at this
black, or they got to be
moment that we
Latino, they got to
stand
be
in our
white,
country.
white
And
devils.
I'm proud Los Angeles has such a
White racists.
vibrant chapter of the Buffalo Soldiers. At a moment when national figures are willing to tear down
Racist.
the country
White
because an election doesn't go their
Diablo
way,
Blanco.
we give to them,
Diablo
those
Blanco.
people, the Buffalo Soldiers, who never had, our people never had anything go their way. And they were still
no, you
willing to
ain't
go
never
on the
did nothing,
battlefield
but
and
they
fight
all
for the
survived.
cause
Hibbity
that is
hoo.
the United States and the experiment that is the United States. This week, President Biden and the Joint Chiefs of Staff nominated the first
Diablo
woman to head a
Blanco.
major
I'm the
section
white
of the
devil,
United States
not just the
military.
devil. I'm the white
that
devil.
work started, the work to take away segregation and discrimination in our military started with the Buffalo Soldiers and the tradition that they built. And so every time you see a soldier,
how come the red tails aren't there?
Latino, every time you see a soldier who's Asian, every time you see a soldier that's a woman, every time you see a soldier that's
not
gay,
white,
you can trace the history and the defeat of apartheid in the United States military to the Buffalo Soldiers. And for that, I couldn't be prouder to stand with them today.
Oh, you're so proud. You're so proud, shiny forehead.
Thank you. That was so beautifully stated.
Oh, so beautiful.
I can't
Put a tear in my eye.
remind folks enough about how tough things are these days, and how it's really important to see everybody as they stand and as their contribution is. And what Buffalo Soldiers have been doing is reminding us of where we've been. And we can't get better where we're going if we don't know where we've been. So I just want to thank you. And Alex, can you give us the...
So why don't you start talking about how you oppress the shit out of them,
so
we can know exactly where we came from.
There are members on the
you don't want to. You want to talk about that?
Take comments from members, starting with Councilmember Price.
Don't want to talk about that. All the pawns that love the
Thank you, Mr. President.
Democratic
Let me
side.
just thank Council.
Oh, here we go.
Member Hutt
Federally indicted Price.
Pro Tem.
Federally indicted
Deputy Mayor
3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe now.
Morning with a wonderful
federally indicted
to the Buffalo Soldiers.
So anything this man has to say.
That, the Nogales branch is one of many that really celebrate the history and the legacy of individuals who really make a difference and who are all certainly American. But the history, the legacy of the organization is so important, and as has been pointed out, to inform, to educate, and to celebrate the history and the achievements. So again, thank you for joining us today. Members, thanks for your support. But we just salute you, Buffalo Soldiers, for what you have done and what you continue to do. You're a real blessing to our to our country.
That's right.
And to our world. Thank
That's
you.
right. Thank you, Grady.
Thank you. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, Ms. Hutt, Mr. Harris Dawson. Brian, good to see you as well. And of course, thank you so much for bringing this presentation in and celebrating and uplifting the history of Buffalo Soldiers. You know, Ms. Hutt, I think you said it best. If we don't know where we've been, we don't know how much further we still need to go. And the fact of the matter is that
That's
we
right.
still
Fucking
are
Grady.
seeing
I
in
should have
this
done that one
country
too. I fucked up.
individuals that have put themselves in service to this country without citizenship. My father was among those who.
Oh,
earned his
my father.
citizenship
It's always
through
about
service
me.
To our country during the
How
Vietnam
she always
War
wraps it
era.
into her.
There
I
are
felt the
individuals
oppression
that
too.
serve this
I've been
nation's
oppressed
armed
too.
forces and get
With my
deported
Chanel
after
glasses
their
that are
service.
$500.
There are women that have
Plus,
been assaulted,
I
frankly,
know.
even questioned for their ability to serve in our nation's military. That
I
still
know.
needs to change. And so I am grateful for
I
you
ain't
all
smashing that fat chick.
helping to continue to
Good
uplift
50
this
guns.
very important
She
history.
disgusts me. My cock
and that
wouldn't
we
get hard.
recognize
My
how
cock
much
wouldn't
further
get
we
hard.
still
You need
to
a
go,
bottle of
because we ain't there
Cialis
yet.
to get my cock
So
hard for
thank
that.
you so much for continuing to uplift and celebrate these stories.
Knowing the
of-
disgusting
of,
parasite
how
she
we
is, it
got
would
those
not make
doors
my
open.
penis hard.
But these doors have not remained open for many generations that we are
Okay,
still
the
in that
race-baiting,
struggle.
disgusting
And I hope that we can all continue to forge that path
slob that
forward
she
to
is.
ensure that everybody and their contributions are recognized for what they bring to this nation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you go ahead and
Councilmember
smash it.
Padilla.
I'm going to pass it. You smash it 2 times. Once for me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chambers. I just wanted to take.
Oh,
this
here we go.
opportunity to
Doesn't
thank,
even know the Pledge of
Councilmember
Allegiance.
Hutt
What do you
for
got
bringing
to
him
say?
Here and for giving me the opportunity to help you second.
Imelda
this motion
Padilla.
and bringing him here.
Imelda. She hasn't been
and
here long
to the
enough.
Buffalo Soldiers, I just want to thank you for all that you've done.
Yeah, thank
everything
you.
that I know you will continue to do. It's very
Thanks,
important
Imelda.
for me to know that there's individuals out there that are setting the example for young people. So thank you for being leaders in your own right in that way and continuing to inspire future generations to fight for what is right and to fight for justice, because we're not entirely 100% there for communities like yours and communities like mine, what I call the Spanish-speaking community. So just keep going, keep doing what you're doing.
Well, you know
and
you
thank
don't
again
you
for your
don't know
service.
English. You certainly don't know the Pledge of
Thank you.
Allegiance, which everybody
Councilmember
learns
Hutt,
in
I
fucking third grade.
So appreciate that.
That's if you were
have
born in this
organized
country, of
this
course.
Presentation, which is so vitally
I don't know. I don't know where
important,
you were
First
born.
of all, to recognize
in this country,
this
you learn it in the
important
third
anniversary
fucking grade,
of
maybe even the second.
Beginning of the continuing desegregation.
That's
of
what you
our
get,
military.
ladies and gentlemen, when you get
And so
affirmative
thank
action
you
hire.
for that. That would be
Okay?
reason
That's what
alone
happens.
for us to have a very
So hire the
important
best, no
presentation
matter what
here.
their skin color
But
is. You hire the
you
best
to
for the
bring
job.
with you the
Not for just because of their
the
skin color or their
torchbearers
race
of
or their
American
gender
history
or who they
are
like to
standing
fuck or
behind
stick
you.
in their asshole.
The Buffalo Soldiers who continue to remind us not just of the last 75 years, but of the entire history of this country in which African Americans have fought and died for the values and the Constitution that we
of
take
the
for
Democratic
granted now.
side.
Even before there was a United States of America, African Americans were fighting for freedom in this land.
Yeah,
Crispus
from the
Attucks,
Democrats
first,
who enslaved them.
person killed.
Because all 4,000 slaves that were fucking here were all owned by Democrats. Not one Republican owned one. But he won't tell you that.
Among other
Know your
African
fucking
Americans in
history.
fighting for this country before our country even
Shut up.
existed.
Let's hear about
And in every
Abanajanadan.
single war
Or whatever
and
else you're gonna
conflict
cry about
since
today.
that time,
Petty pig
African Americans
dictator.
have been at the forefront of fighting heroically
For the Democrats,
this country.
dying
And
for
so
the
to
Democrats
all of you,
who love nothing
on
for you,
behalf
did
of the
nothing
entire
for you.
council,
Remember
on
that.
behalf
Voting
of the
day.
entire city of Los Angeles, we're so grateful for your service.
No, you're not.
We're so grateful
You're
for
lying.
your courage.
No, you're not.
We're so grateful for your continuing to remind, especially young people, of the history that came before them, so that we can better
Which history?
understand
The one you want to let them know about, or the real history?
that came
Which one?
before, and so many of the challenges that still remain before us as a society now that we have to continue to have the strength and courage to fight for, just as all of you have had the strength and courage to fight for this country. So thank you with deep gratitude.
Deep
Thank
gratitude.
you for all of
Oh,
your service.
yeah. Oh,
Councilmember.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Thank
You know how
you,
you,
Mr.
you know how you
President.
can
Now-
tell it's a Democratic textbook? With all the pages ripped out of it. All the important ones. Goes from page 24 to 72. But why? They don't want you to know what really happened.
My name is August Simeon Jr. I'm the president of the New Buffalo Soldiers. In fact, our home base is in Councilperson Rodriguez's district. We are from Los Angeles, and we are the group you see every
Well, whether they know how to lose or not, Zai. They didn't do all of what I said. You can't deny that one, can you?
What I want to do is leave cards, because we're a nonprofit group. If you have a school
Right?
or university,
Come on,
or
Democratic
any
shill,
churches,
put it in
you
there.
Come out at absolutely no charge and give a presentation. We talk about the United States colored troops that were doing the Civil War, and the Buffalo Soldiers who were in the Indian Wars. My father served in a segregated military during World War II. I served during the Vietnam era. So
Don't
proud
spam,
to be
Alan.
an
Nobody
American,
gives a
proud
shit
to be
about
Buffalo
DeSantis
Soldier.
either.
So thank
Please,
you for
don't
this
spam
moment,
it.
And let's all move forward.
Once again, good morning, council members. We'd like to thank you. And
If I
have
see
my
him one more time, he
compliment
gets
for
kicked
making
out.
this
One more and
occasion
he's done.
possible.
Don't worry, I see him.
I'd like to share with you my observation of Executive Order 9981. It's an example of what I call presidential initiative. President Truman often said, "The buck stops here," and he meant it. On the 4th of June of 1952, after
I'm
4
doing it,
years
Eric.
of training in a senior
listening to these
ROTC
ding-dongs.
program, I was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army Reserve. We had a war going on. As a matter of fact, the United States and several nations were involved in warfare on the Korean Peninsula, and I knew sooner or later it would be my turn. So
You
on
stole the whip
28th
from
of
him.
July
It's like his
of
dick now, look.
August, I was called to active duty.
Pulled his dick off.
Sent to a place called Fort Eustis, Virginia. There was some surprises.
Oh, he
for
got
me.
whipped.
The officers' mess where I ate my
Look, he got
meals
whipped.
was not segregated. The building where I stayed, we called them barracks, was not segregated. The class that I was enrolled in, there were 51 of us. We were not segregated. We were integrated. There were 10 African Americans, including me, 41 Caucasians.
Integrated, not segregated.
Well, Caucasians came from states like Texas, Georgia, Tennessee. We studied together, but we did not socialize. I think I'm an example of what that executive order meant. I was given equal opportunity, equal treatment, and equal opportunity. I had a number of assignments. As a matter of fact, some of those assignments prepared me for civilian life. My last assignment
None, dude.
Student at the Army War College in Carlisle Barracks, Pennsylvania. Shortly thereafter, I retired as a full colonel.
Come on, wise guy.
Enjoying my service.
Look at Mr. Spindler.
And my promotion to the rank of full colonel. Thank you very much for hearing my remarks. Good luck to you.
We have now Donna Jackson.
Hi, Jean.
Good morning, Deputy Mayor, President, Council, and community. I am Donna Jackson
No, dude,
Houston,
they did not.
President and founder of the
None of the
Nogales
three.
Buffalo Soldier Legacy Association.
Wasted money.
I am so honored
Wasted
to be
lives.
here to briefly share my family's history. But first,
No
who
victory.
is familiar with Bob Marley's song, Buffalo Soldier?
Dreadlock Rasta.
Who knew it was about the
Buffalo
all-black
soldier.
soldiers? Well, I have loved the song for decades. However, I did not fully understand
Guys, I gotta
the
take this
song's
phone call. I'll be
meaning
right back.
until recently. And unfortunately, I have discovered that many others don't know the significant contribution of the Buffalo Soldiers' role in American history. Per the lyrics, the Buffalo Soldiers are fighting the war for America, fighting for survival, and it asks, if you know your history. Well, knowing one's history is vital and empowering. Although my family and I knew that my grandfather, Lucius Jackson Sr., served in the Army's 25th Infantry over 100 years ago, it was less than 2 years ago that we discovered he was a Buffalo Soldier. During World War I, Sergeant Jackson was stationed at Camp Little in Nogales, Arizona, where he and his fellow soldiers secured and patrolled the United States-Mexico border. The Buffalo Soldiers are considered the original border patrol. Because many don't know about the Buffalo Soldiers, and it's not widely taught in schools, the mission of the Nogales Buffalo Soldier Legacy Association is to partner with schools, communities, elected officials across the nation to educate, inform, and highlight the notable accomplishments of the Buffalo Soldiers who served patriotically while subjected to oppressive and discriminatory conditions. I would like to share with you a 3-minute video from our 2022 inaugural tribute to the Buffalo Soldiers who served at Camp Little over 100 years ago. This tribute is to them and all of the Buffalo Soldiers. Please.
Forrest Gaskins, William H. Joyner, Pedro Mendoza, Daniel Thornton Jr., Albert Cochran, Alfred C. Grant, Samuel Orr, John P. Grant, David F. Richards.
The hell's going on here? Oh no, now I'm getting a copyright. Probably for this shit. Great. Fucking great. Sure there was Bob Marley music playing and all that shit. Yeah, it's too late. It is what it is, man. I had to take the phone call, man. Just playing a 3-minute video. Okay, so yeah, just in case any more shit comes up, I don't want to get busted. So I'm just gonna mute it for now. Sorry about that. It was an important phone call, guys. Didn't know when it was coming, and I needed to take it, so it's important. Yeah. Yeah, the second I step away, I'll tell you, that's my luck. If I had to go right now and let's just say help my mom or something, I guarantee you there'd be a chase that pops off. Just how it looks. I mean, and then I'll stay home 5 straight days, do nothing but sort baseball cards and put them on eBay, and not a chase in sight. Not a chase. Could rock right over into the other room, and start a chase feed, but nope. It's just my luck. I don't know. It's just weird like that. I'm the mush. I'm the mush. YouTube got a hard on. Did they stop the feed? Because usually it does that. It'll stop the feed until you mute it. It'll literally pause your feed till the music stops that's copywritten, and then it'll continue on again. So hopefully it didn't do that to you guys. I do apologize if it did. Again, I needed to take that phone call. I couldn't not take it, so I apologize. Didn't? Okay, good. Where's Matt? I don't know where Matt's at. I haven't seen him today. He was here the other day. And I saw him in somebody else's room the other day too, so I know he's around. He's just out and about. Out and about today, going to getting his weed. He's going to re-up. Maybe he's at the dispensary. I'll take some of the purple Urkel. Take some of the Pure Kush. Give me some of those cookies. You never know. All right, guys. Smoke. Let's get it. There we go. Finally, they're done. Jesus, they're done. All right, let's get back to their...
It's powerful. Learning that my grandfather was a Buffalo Soldier was very gratifying and life-changing. I am very grateful for this journey, collaborating with the new Buffalo Soldiers and other Buffalo Soldier organizations, descendants.
It is, Stephanie,
some
but
of
to
them
keep
here
a brand
today,
level high,
our elected officials,
can't be
and so many
cheap
others to keep their
or
vital
affordable.
legacy alive.
Just the way it is.
It is an honor. Thank you, and onward.
It's almost like they need to keep a certain price range. I don't know. And the crazy thing is their stuff is all sun grown. It's all outdoor. It's not even indoor weed.
Wasn't that a great video? Thank
It's all
you.
outdoor by the sun.
So now we have a presentation for the Buffalo
I love Jungle
Soldiers.
Boys. Jungle Boys make some really good weed.
About
And Ivan's a nice
honoring
guy.
the work that you're
the
doing
owner.
today.
Or
to
one of
remind people
the
of
Jungle
work
Boys.
That we did yesterday and what we
They make some fire weed, Jungle Boys.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
In fact, when you go down the 10 freeway,
This
you
is
can
what
smell their facility.
patriotism looks
I don't
like.
give a
This
shit
is
if you're
what
doing 70 miles an hour on the 10
sacrifice,
freeway
and
going
courage
east.
look like.
You're going to
Thank you
smell
all
the
very,
weed
very
growing.
much for being with us in our council chamber.
With your windows up. Oh, yeah, man. Their facility stank, and it stanks. I mean, it's a good stank. White dude strapping. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a gun, does he? No. Just a holster. They're not letting him bring no gun in there. You got to be a cop. Why'd they mute it all of a sudden? That ain't me. Should be hearing something right now.
Okay, we'll move now to general public comment.
Finally, general comment.
Read the instructions.
56 minutes into the.
Thank you, Mr. President.
56
As
minutes
indicated
in,
on
we
the agenda,
finally.
members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call
56.
669-254-5252
You wanna call? Right there.
and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for a participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star nine to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Let me repeat. Call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for a participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
To members of the public, when it is your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you would like to speak on. You have 1 minute per item to speak, up to 3 minutes total, and 1 minute for general public comment. Speak to the items before beginning general public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not speaking on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are speaking on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the president. If you do not immediately get clearly on topic, or again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker.
Trying to get stinks in there.
Items open for public comment are
lobby,
15
my best
through
friend.
21. For members of the public calling in to speak, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself.
What's up, Albert?
If you
How
do
are
not
you?
do so, council staff will prompt you once more. If you do not immediately unmute yourself when prompted by staff, you will forfeit your time and we will move on to the next speaker.
Fathead.
If you are listening to the
we need to ask
council
Lottie
meeting
to get
on
me
your
one of
computer,
those.
channel 35,
It
or
would be a
another
giant
device,
fathead.
Please
Like
turn
a
down
fathead
the
of a
volume on those
fathead.
devices immediately when it is your turn to speak. Because of feedback,
I've
and
never
a
seen
time
glasses
delay
go
between
outward
the live
like that.
meeting and the broadcast,
Like
it will cause a lot of confusion.
The ends of the
if you
lens. Look,
continue
the
to
frames
listen
are
on your other
literally going
devices.
outward, not inward
Finally, for our
or
callers,
straight,
please
outward.
keep an ear to the phone so you know when it is your turn to
Those
speak.
things are so stretched out, there's just no way. Those things are so stretched out. There's just
Okay,
no way any other human could
first
wear
speaker
his
will be
glasses.
Daniel Gus, followed by Herman.
Oh, for sure.
KKK,
That fool's
followed by
head has got to be like an 8.5. Like he's got to have like an 8.5 new era
If I've read
fitted
your name,
hat.
please come up.
It's a straight bucket.
All items, general public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Great. For identification purposes only, danielgus.substack.com.
Oh!
And I am the LA
Shameless
Press Club's
plug.
Online Journalist of the Year.
Oh, my God.
For all of the stuff I wrote about this
What a
body.
boner.
Thanks to Mr. Fauble,
You brought us a award.
I'm also the winner of the Best Activist Journalism Award.
Two
for
awards.
Identification purposes only, because Mr. Fauble is probably going to be disbarred or arrested or in trouble. So right there, for threatening to arrest me, Mr. Fauble. Hi. Regarding the agenda items today,
Hi.
fantastic job on rent escrow account program. I love REAP. It is the sign of good government. I will always applaud good government. REAP works. If you're doing it better than average, send me a note so I can have something positive to write. REAP works. That shows it. You held the landlords accountable or the property owners accountable, and they're getting off REAP, they're getting on REAP, and it works for the regular people. Do not be afraid to have your media people say, not just for average effort, show me where it's working better than average, send it to me, and whoever's doing best, I'm going to champion you, including you, Mr. DeLeon, which is nice to meet you today because you seem to have a sense of humor and know how to deal with critics and people who jab and tweak a little bit. So nice to meet you, Mr. DeLeon. I'm going to go, how funny Curran Price got out of Dodge when I got out here. How funny is that? Gee, okay, well, I guess Mr. Price got out of Dodge.
Which items are you addressing?
I'll go to general public comment. Mr. Price was in jail for more than 2 hours last week. Mr. Price was in LAPD custody related to 10 felony counts. So, council members, how can you allow Curran Price to vote on agenda items when he apparently lied to the court on this divorce affidavit in 2012, telling the judge that his wife lived at an address that was owned by his second wife? And you're letting him vote on issues. You're letting Curran Price vote on issues when he was registered to vote at the address where he swore under oath that his wife lived. How does that work? Did he lie on the affidavit? Did he lie on his Form 700? Oh, and by the way, in 2012, he didn't report any spousal income or business interests. I'm going to cut ahead because in 2007, his wife declared that they were not married, which makes me think he's going to be hit with more embezzlement charges. That said, council members, how does Curran Price have tenants in a $1.6 million house for no more than $833 a month? And you're letting him continue to vote on agenda items? You should suspend him and have an emergency meeting.
Shout out to you, Grady.
Next, Herman, KKK, followed by T, followed by
Grady, you is dirty as dog shit. You do anything right, Grady? Oh, but. Oh, boy, corrupt as can be. People thank these people. Like, thank you. And
good morning. Which of the items would you like to speak
Your
on?
discretion is advised.
Well, first of all, you should address me as Mr. Herman KKK, sir, attorney.
Oi.
Address the issue.
Oi.
I will speak on all items and non-agenda public comment, which a total of 3 + 1 is 4 minutes, right?
So yes, you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
So in regards to lighting, you heard the news from reporter Dan Gus, how the light shines on current price. But today's issue is about item 17 in CD3, which I find offensive because Bob Bloomfield is on CD3 item 17. Mecca Avenue Street Lighting District, Tarzana Niggers. And then I go to item 19, CD1. I'm on topic, Miss Eunice Hernandez. Oh, where did she go? Boy, how a large person can just disappear without having the criticism from the infamous gadfly, Armando Herman, for the record, Mr. Attorney. Where's Mr. Fauble?
What's a gadfly?
Stick to the items, please.
Does he want to see my awards? We know that Edward Avenue Street Lighting District is to prevent, in CD1, Ulysses, homelessness. If we don't have street lights, we can't identify what homelessness looks like from a scumbag, rundown, shithole city like Los Angeles, which will hold the Olympics.
Mr. Harlan.
For the
Mr. Harlan's
record,
right there.
Thank you, Batman.
No, that's not
And
Mr.
then
Harlan. My
on,
bad.
CD 15, item 20, Mr. Attorney, because I'm still on topic, on the record, regarding your Bureau Street Lights reports. You know something? For the gentleman on YouTube, shout out. Let me have a toke before I go into my next stroke.
Stick to the items, please.
You talking about me?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't bring my bong, but
is he talking about me?
Hookah might work next time. So, communication of the Bureau Street Lighting.
Not about me.
Fuck
Sorry,
lighting.
Speaker, I believe you might be on the agenda from
Who's he
yesterday.
talking about?
The
I'm on
items that you're
21 now,
referring
sir.
to, 21 is
21.
a REAP item.
Yeah, on 21. The agenda on my hand says, oh, you're right, August 15th.
I'm going to ask you to stick on the today's agenda, which
first
are
of
REAP
all,
its
You gave me the wrong.
Who else
fucking
watches this
agenda.
shit and smokes
so now
bongs?
into my non-agenda public comment, Mr. Attorney. So the world will know Stefan Fauble is in a legal battle for his life. And the reason, because he's denied Kevin DeLeon on commissions, he's denied Kevin DeLeon on committees, and the rest of you allowed current price to vote yes. I vote yes. No! Kevin DeLeon got my support. People on social media got our vote. Vote for Kevin DeLeon because he's got balls. Just like Donald Trump has balls to stand up to this fucked up world, the fucked up system, and the fucked up fake news. So, Bob Bloomfield, the next time you deny Wayne Spindler, I'll call in, you fucking racist, don't hang up. Otherwise, city attorney, you will get an indictment, you dumb bastard, for the record.
Okay, next is T, Dr. Kuntz, and then Goat Puppet.
Ah, and
Developer.
Goat Puppet? He called him Goat Puppet, not even Mr. Spindler. He signed up as Goat Puppet.
If those folks aren't here, we can go.
Hysterical. Here we
meet
go.
them called.
Here we
ahead.
go. Back to
Goat
backers.
Good morning, Speaker. Which of the items would you like to speak on?
Yes, and welcome back, indicted council member. Thank you. Yes, I will speak on all the goddamn fucking items.
So you
in
have
general,
three-
goddamn
you have
fucking
3
public
minutes for the
comment.
items and 1 minute for general
Look at these
public
dudes
comment.
laughing.
Yes.
Please begin with the items.
Look at these guys.
Yes, let's talk about that Heather Hutt shithole we call CD10.
Look at them.
We have the REAP program today. Very, very successful. And we want to thank the person who made this possible behind the scenes, John Lee. Let's give him a hand. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ, I didn't know that. That's right. John Lee can perform miracles, people. Yes, it's called a cooperation agreement. You should get one too. Now we have number 21 on a shithole on West Coliseum Street. It's a complete shithole. Kevin wouldn't send his dog there. Tracy Park wouldn't send his dog there. But who knows? Curran might be living there in a couple of years. So we will go ahead and applaud 21. Yes. Future housing for felons. Then we have number 19, South Mansfield, run-down shithole. Thanks again to John Lee, habitable premises
Lisa,
again.
Stop it. Stop.
And then we have Hugo and his number 17. And Hugo personally inspected this property on North Ardmore Avenue. He went in there, he checked the plumbing, and what do you mean, how did he check the plumbing? Well, I hear rumors he went into one of the apartments and took a big shit to see if it would flush. And it was successful. That's how I do it. Don't worry. And then we have CD14. Well, that's the great one, everybody. The re-elected, soon-to-be re-elected council member and reinstated council member, Kevin Lyon.
Kevin
And
DeLyon.
we want to thank him for this. We went over to East Pennsylvania Avenue. We brought in inspectors. We checked the plumbing. It passed. We checked the electrical outlets. And I even went ahead and had my friend stick his finger in one of the outlets. And guess what, Kevin? It went off the switch because the CGFI worked. So thank you. Now little children can play in the playground, and inside the house, little kids can stick their fingers into the outlets. And then what happens? They don't get electrocuted. All because of the offices of Kevin De Leon, known as Lion. And what else? Oh, Unisys. Yeah, she's wearing a mask. That's a good thing. Why is that? Well, if she's wearing a mask, then she can't eat something out of the back fridge. And she continued, item 16, much to my disgust. Why would you do that to me? Why? And then number 5, 15 CD5. I'm amazed. How dare CD5 have run-down housing? And now the public comment. Yes, as you know, you saw yesterday, I was sitting there on my telephone, and Bourbon Bleed, doing business as Blob, cut me off, along with the city attorney and staff. Police officers attempted to intervene, but Bob said,
"No, I'm not going to let him speak because puppets make me nervous, and I'm afraid of them ever since I was a kid in New York. That's why I married a black woman, because I grew up retarded and I couldn't get myself a Jewish girl that would let me sleep with her. So I had to settle for a goyim. I married a goyim."
As you know, Kevin, the Goyim is the non-Jewish people, but Mitchell Englander married a Goyim, and, that's why he went to prison. Now, finally, thank you, Mr. Price, for booking yourself at the Van Nuys Police Station. We were there, and we saw you get booked. Good luck on your trial.
Okay,
next
we have Stacy Segarra
May he
Bollinger,
rest
followed
in
by
peace.
Anthony Garcia and Janelle Mars.
Ah, that was great. He's so angry you could see his face. He married Goyim. Hysterical. That's Donald Harlan. I'm telling you, I think it is,
Which of
but
the
it's
items
not.
would you like to speak
Oh,
on?
here we go.
Items 15
She's showing
through 21.
her
and general
stomach
public
today.
comment,
Look
please.
at her getting
Okay, you have
sexy.
3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. So items 15 through 21 are all rent escrow account programs. I do agree with a lot of what the first speaker said during his remarks, although I do disagree with something he said, which was that the rent escrow account program works for everyone. I think it is okay at bending a landlord's arm to get them to fulfill the obligations that
good
they
thing,
were
Travels.
derelict in. However, I think it's odd that when tenants are not getting the things they are paying for, when maintenance is not happening on their units, when they're being harassed by their landlords, rather than them being entitled to not pay for the service that they're not getting when their landlord is failing to do their job, they still have to pay. It just goes into an account that the landlord can't touch. For anyone listening who doesn't know what a rent escrow account program is, when a landlord is derelict in their duties and they are in the rare position of being caught and somewhat held accountable, their tenants then pay into an account that the landlord can't touch until they've met their obligation. Then at some point that when they've met their obligation, they get the money from that account. I don't know what other job or profession exists where you can fail to do your job and then rather than not getting paid, you just have to, I don't know, I've sold burgers for a living. I couldn't imagine getting paid for not showing up and then just being able to cook a bunch of burgers and then get the money that I felt I should have been entitled to when I wasn't doing my job. And it's a striking indicator of how different life is for the owning class versus working class. If you are a landlord and you earn passive income through getting your tenants' paychecks by owning homes that you don't live in, when you're derelict in your duties, when you fail to meet your obligations, there's very little consequence and punishment. You're paid eventually. You get a 30-day abatement notice, oftentimes even before something like a rent escrow account would even be an issue. I'll also note that the county and the city have vastly different standards when they're doing inspections. So something that the county will say is a no-no, the city is totally cool with. So if you're a tenant trying to get necessary repairs, trying to get your landlord to simply meet the bare minimum of obligation that they are supposed to in what they call providing housing, depending on if you get the county or the city to help you, it could look very different. And the city has abysmally low standards for what constitutes healthy. It has been absolutely heartbreaking for me to watch the reputation of LA city government suffer continued disgrace by the actions of Kevin De Leon. More than anything, I want the city I love so much to be able to experience opportunities for renewal and joy on the other side. I said, Kevin, resign. His continued presence is causing severe and ongoing harm. His unwillingness is a slap in the face to residents. Kevin, resign.
And that's 12-time Grammy Award winner Stacy Segar Bollinger. 12 Grammys. 12 Grammys, ladies and gentlemen.
Graebner, Allie.
Andrew Graebner's coming up. Over or under 15? Over or under 15?
I'm sorry. Janet Valenzuela.
He's next.
And Jennifer Rodzianko.
Put it in there now, though. He's next. Over or under 15?
President Krikorian, thank you for having this meeting. I'm here to make general public comment in support of Jamie York to the Ethics Commission. I'd like to read a sample statement, please. Given Ms. York's experience in the neighborhood council system, neighborhood council budget advocates, the San Fernando Valley Council of Governments, a driving force regarding the municipal lobbying ordinance, Council File 22-0560, and aside from participating in various office holders' campaigns, her resume attests to her actually being a trust public servant the city of Los Angeles deserves and needs. Therefore, I ask that the city council on this Friday confirm her nomination to the City Ethics Commission. I won't be here on Friday because I'll be working, but I encourage you. And also, I'd like to make a note on Sunday. We're having Ciclavia and Koreatown meets Hollywood.
Ciclavia.
So it's a free event. I hope you could publicize it. And I would like to thank Mamada Padilla for attending our neighborhood council meetings because the neighborhood council are important elected officials. We are elected officials. I'm speaking as an individual, but we must have a say in our local government. And I will hope that each one of your council districts will fill in vacancies for a bicycle advisory committee and other advisory committees. Thank you. I yield the balance of my time.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
All right, here we go. Under or over. There we go. Look at him.
Which of the items would you like to speak on?
Same shirt every day.
All right, I signed up to give a GPC. You know what that means. It's on the screen, so I shouldn't have to like repeat the whole thing. All right, so we have I saw the thing barely passed stop the whole putting a ultra luxury resort in a protected wildlife preserve. So yeah, that's good. I saw before the meeting today we had lots of conversations. What was going on when like KDL was talking to like the cops before the meeting? Like, what are you planning? Yeah, and talking to a bunch of other like known Nazis before the meeting. And so that's KDL. He hasn't changed one bit. He needs to go. Bob Blumenfeld thinks that clapping is okay. Clapping for KDL is fine, but booing him is not. And yeah, everyone stopped your attempted sweep on Atna Street. That's good. So you can't sweep them, Imelda.
Thank you.
Oh, fell short 13. I think there's about 4 of you in here that got it. Congrats to the 4. Shells, all-wheel drive, Hoosier,
and the items you would like to speak
Chris.
Hi, Ali Ludi, General Public Comment.
Started off so hot. He had 4 ubs before he even talked about anything.
Ali, sorry. 1 minute.
I'm a 901 EMC here in
Crazy.
Los Angeles. I'm also here with Water Drop today. Water Drop is a volunteer organization. We distribute over 2,000 gallons of water to our unhoused neighbors in Skid Row every week. And I'm here to give you public comment again. I came last month, and I'm going to keep doing it until you take action. So heat exposure and dehydration are some of the most frequent illnesses that we're seeing, and they can be deadly. Unhoused Angelinos are especially vulnerable. As volunteers and first responders, we can't address the root causes of this issue. You can. Right now, communities like Skid Row don't meet basic UN standards for water access. There are 8 water stations for thousands of people. It's not enough. Clean and free water access is a basic human right, so please do something. We urge you to increase your investment, make permanent infrastructure in communities like Skid Row, but also all over Los Angeles where water scarcity is killing people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Water scarcity, huh? And you want hydrogen cars, huh? Can't even get drinking water.
Good morning, Speaker. If you could please remind us of the name
just
that you
gas.
signed up under and the
Good
items
old
you would like
gas.
to speak on.
Janet Valenzuela, public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Okay. Hi, my name is Janet, and I'm with a senior policy associate with the Los Angeles Food Policy Council. We are a collective impact organization that works to ensure food is healthy, affordable, fair, and sustainable for all Angelinos. Water access is a fundamental human right, and our city falls significantly short of meeting United Nations standards. Per Water Drop's recent policy brief, we'd like to reiterate that there are 8 hydration stations in Skid Row, which is roughly 1 station for every 337 unsheltered residents. Many of Skid Row's hydration stations are dysfunctional, have low water pressure, broken buttons, or are regularly clogged, causing residents to distrust the cleanliness of these hydration stations. And 2 of those stations are locked behind park gates. And so just let that sink in. Our hydration stations are being locked. Water boxes at the Midnight Mission and Skid Row Community Refresh spots are tapped.
Thank you.
And
We don't
residents
care.
who can afford
Thank
to
you.
purchase
Thank you.
water
Thank you,
report
Speaker. We
relying
don't
on
care.
grocery and corner stores.
Thank you very much.
I encourage
We
the
don't
City
care.
Council to take action and make sure that our
Thank
unhoused
you so
population...
much. Your time's expired.
Thank you so much.
Next
We don't
speaker,
care
please.
about the homeless and how they're dying of thirst. I fucking love it when their voters get smacked in the face by the people they
And
voted
as
for. I
that,
love it.
Our next speaker is coming up. I'm going to call a few more names. Jordy Cooten, Kelvin Alvarez, Mirabal Dyson, and Terry Austin, please.
I guarantee you. No way that chick's a Republican. No fucking way. No way.
Yeah, I'm Jennifer Radzianko, and
Love
public
it.
comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Love it.
Hi.
Lick the
I'm
tear.
also from the Los Angeles Food Policy Council. I also hold a bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics, and I'm working
Bachelor's.
towards my master's in
Yeah.
human nutrition. I'm not only speaking on behalf of LA Food Policy Council, but as an individual who is deeply concerned with how our city cares for our unhoused members. Water is often not thought of when we talk about food and nutrition,
Hi,
but
Kat.
it's as vital as the protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals that make up the food we consume to survive and thrive.
She's hot.
Safe water infrastructure is severely lacking for unhoused residents in Skid Row and throughout the rest of the city. Water is a human right, and that is true regardless of your housing status. Given the rising temperatures as we come into summer months, given the climate crisis we're experiencing, and given the extreme housing crisis in Los Angeles, we need meaningful investments in permanent and sustainable water infrastructure that maximizes water access for unhoused residents. Unhoused people disproportionately make up 41% of heat-related deaths in Los Angeles. That is devastating to me. I echo the many voices, water drop, thank you, in urging our elected officials to do our unhoused neighbors better by prioritizing
your
water
time has
rights
expired.
and allocating funds to permanent water infrastructure, not only in Skid Row, but
Thank
throughout
you.
Los Angeles.
Thank you very much.
Get out
Next
of here.
speaker,
We don't
please.
give a shit.
Good morning.
Could you please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like
Darth
to speak on?
Vader.
Jordy Coutine, general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Jordy Coutine. I'm a volunteer with Water Drop LA. I'm
Oh.
also a current PhD student at USC studying public policy,
Oh, he's
and I
a
study
doctorate.
homelessness policy. On a weekly basis, Water Drop distributes more than 2,000 gallons of water to our unhoused neighbors in Skid Row, and we've been doing so every weekend for 3 years. I'm here today because the state of water access in Skid Row, but also across Los Angeles, that's all of y'all, there's not enough water or cooling resources for our unhoused neighbors to survive. Last year, 5 of 12 heat-related deaths were unhoused Angelenos. This crisis is something that you all can do something about. We need you to install permanent water infrastructure like spigots, drinking fountains, refresh spots, and in the immediate term, distribute bottles, gallons, get water boxes out there. Do anything more than you're doing right now, and then you will be saving lives of unhoused folks in LA. Because the crisis is only going to get worse, and as things continue to heat up, you can't afford to let more Angelenos die on the streets of LA due to lack of basic necessities. Thank you.
Again, no way that guy is a Democrat. I mean, no way that
Thank
guy's a
you.
Republican. He's
Next
definitely
speaker,
a Democrat. You'd figure with a PhD, he'd be smart enough to realize that they don't give a fuck.
Good morning,
With
speaker.
his
If you could
PhD.
please remind us of the name you signed up
I mean,
under
I don't have
and
a
the items
PhD.
you would like to speak on.
I don't have anything. Couldn't even get into college,
my
and
name
I
is
realize
Kelvin
it.
Alvarez, and I will be
Maybe I'm just
doing
really
general public
bright.
comment.
Maybe I'm a part of
You have
Mensa and
1
don't
minute.
realize it.
Hello and good morning. My name is Kelvin Alvarez, and I'm a volunteer with Water Drop LA, a volunteer-run mutual aid organization that distributes water to unhoused people in Skid Row. I am also a medical student at USC, and one of the most important things that I've
PhD in
learned
a
throughout
math
my
too, right?
education is the impact on someone's environment
Moron.
on their health. Our community members in Skid Row are facing a crisis. They do not have sufficient access to water. And as we are in the hottest time of the year, we must remember how significant an impact that water and lack thereof has on health. Last year, 5 out of 12 heat-related deaths in Los Angeles were people who were homeless. We do our part in distributing water. Health and water is a human right, and so we implore you to take urgent access and improve water access and implement permanent water infrastructure in Skid Row and throughout Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you.
And smoke
Next
mechanics.
speaker, please.
Yeah, it's just funny, man. These people boast about their
Good morning.
accolades, their personal accolades, yet they're dumb as
You can
fuck.
please remind us of the
Easily
name that you
fooled.
signed up under and the
Another
items you would
moron
like to
wearing
speak
his
on?
mask when nobody else is in the room except for the other moron right here.
You have 1
I
minute.
can't say it says every
I'm a
2
volunteer
seconds.
with Water Drop LA, and I'm here to bring your.
I'm a
today
shill.
To bring
I'm
your
gonna read
attention
off
to the
my
crisis
phone,
that is
okay?
The state of water access in Skid Row. There are around 2,695 unsheltered residents living in Skid Row.
I'm
and
a
only
robot.
Eight hydration stations, many of which are broken and unsanitary. That's around 1 station for every 337 residents. The UNHCR standard for refugee camps is 1 water access point for every 100 residents. Despite making up less than 1% of the Los Angeles population, in 2022, unhoused Angelenos made up 42% of those who died from heat illness or heat exposure. These statistics are horrifying, but please remember that they are not just numbers on paper, they are people. The statistics that I just pointed out are a result of the City of LA's failure to provide the most vulnerable Angelinos with access to life's most basic and necessary resource. We urge you to take immediate action and install permanent, durable water access points in Skid Row. Do not let another life be lost because of water insecurity.
How many shills did they bring in from this group? How many puppets do we have to listen to?
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Terry Austin, and I'm here to speak for public comment in item 6.
So item number 6 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during general public comment.
Fucking
you have 1 minute.
All right. I don't have any awards, songs, or hand puppets, and I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing.
No.
What
No.
I'm here to talk about is
Actually,
what
maybe, yes.
Was outlined earlier with Councilmember Parks and Councilmember Yaroslavsky about council people being able to speak for their constituents. The Councilmember Yaroslavsky was quoted in the paper regarding the project that was voted on today, saying, how did it get this far? It gets this far because of a broken CEQA system. I didn't know until working on a project in my own district in Studio City called the Weddington Golf and Tennis that the DEIR and the FEIR are written by the same company hired by the developer. Just yesterday, our council member, who has a degree in urban planning from MIT, wrote to the CPC that she strongly advised the use of natural grass for athletic fields, and if artificial turf is used, that it be free of PFAS. And the same day, or the next day, the department's staff report says, while the turf being used for the project contains PFAS.
Speaker, your time has expired.
Sorry. Anyway, my point is I hope that council members take back your power. Don't leave it to DWP. They keep telling us they're third understaffed, and they don't have experts on staff. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think Anthony Garcia was previously
should have just
called.
sang.
Anthony Garcia here? Okay.
What a fucking...
all right. That exhausts the names that I have who've signed up here in the council chambers.
Another fucking NPC.
So let's go ahead and go next to
You like the
callers
stink
on the
cam
phone.
user?
Take the first caller, please.
Sorry, Mike, you missed it
which
by
items
2.
would you like to speak on?
It was close. First caller. Caller? How does my vagina smell?
Go ahead,
Hello,
caller.
this is Donald Harlan.
Yes!
I'd like to speak on agenda items number 15 through 21 and a general public comment, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, this is Donald Harlan.
Yes, Mr.
I'd
Harlan.
like
So
to
items
speak on
15
agenda
through
item
21
number
are
15 through
How can we get
21.
two people making comment at the same time?
What's going
We
on?
got two.
So, Mr. Harlan, items 15 through 21 are REAP items, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public
Hello?
comment. I'm going to ask that you turn down whatever device you have on in the background because it makes it difficult to hear you. Please begin.
Sir, hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello.
They're so stupid, these
Yes,
Democrats.
we can hear you. Hold on just a second.
Can't even figure out how to work a fucking phone.
Here's what's going on. We have. I pressed *6 to unmute, and then Mr. Harlan got on the same line as me, and I don't know how this happened.
Okay. What items would you like to speak on?
Can't even use a phone.
I'd like to speak on general public comment, please.
Okay, you have
Damn,
one
you're
minute.
stupid.
Thank you.
Low IQs.
Good morning, Council, Mr. Corian. When are you going to start accepting public comments for everyone? Because it's so unfair that when you have callers on the telephone trying to make public comment, I remember the last week you said we're only going to take 10 minutes of public comment on the telephone. Don't you think that's a Brown Act violation?
Yes.
That's really unfair of you to do that to your constituents.
That's right.
And secondly, I just wanted to let you know that the Armenians are gathered in front of the Azerbaijan consulate, and they're still over there. So if you want to go over there, please go over there to join the Armenians to fight the blockade that's happening in Nagorno-Karabakh on the Wilshire district. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I just like to see equality in public comment, so that way everyone gets a chance to speak.
Thank you.
Instead of
Thanks very much. Next speaker, please.
I love the Brown Act.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Better be Donald Harlan.
please press *6 to unmute.
Fucking idiots. Probably hung up on him.
I'd like to speak on all items and general comment, please.
So the items that are open for public comment are 15 through 21.
It's Robot
They are
Dog's
REAP
husband.
items, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Damn right. Thank you very much. Good morning, public. The Los Angeles City Council is the most corrupt city government in the country. All items voted yes on. All items, shout out Yaroslavsky, you tried, but these people are criminals. Number 15 through, let's take item 15. This is a REAP item. Heather Hutt should not be allowed to vote on this item because she was not elected. She was selected by petty, pink-faced, corrupt Armenian dictator Krikorian and the rest of the sleazy council. Item 16 as well. Heather Hutt should not be allowed to vote on this item because she was selected instead of elected. Same with Curran Price, of course, a criminal. Krikorian does nothing but protect these criminals. He should be kicked off of this corrupt, sleazy council, but he's there with De Leon like he's supposed to be with the rest of the criminals. Number 17 as well. These criminals should not be voting on any item of the city, but corrupt, petty, pink-faced criminal Krikorian just keeps doing the same things that increase homelessness at 10% because these criminals are allowed to prosper on the Los Angeles City Council. This is disgusting, disgraceful that these people are even allowed here. She's given all this money to spread around Hutt so she can get elected and be another criminal and increase homelessness. Number 18, the same way. These are REAP items. The city of Los Angeles needs good people. We don't have it. We have criminal enterprise under petty pink-face. He's worse than Martinez. Number 19, the same. This item should include a clause that says Heather Hutt should not be allowed to vote. And by the way, congratulations, your breasts aren't hanging out in this presentation.
Caller, I'm going to ask that you stick to the items, please.
Yeah, I'm talking about Heather Hutt should not be allowed to vote. She doesn't represent the people of the city of Los Angeles. Pay attention. Number 19. Oh, did I do 19? I did 19. This is a criminal enterprise. Number 19 is a REAP item as well. A homelessness increase of 10%. Stupid, you're going in the wrong direction.
General public comment?
Yes, general public comment. All glory and honor to the Buffalo Soldiers. All glory and honor to them. But to have sleazy Marquise Dawson, who takes the black community's unemployment office, $10 million in luxury offices, all voted on by petty, pink-faced, corrupt, criminal Krikorian.
Can you pause this time really quick? Caller, can you just hold on for 1 second? Your time is paused. Mr. Herman, you've been warned before. This is another formal warning. Please do not disrupt public comment. Okay, go ahead and start his time. Continue, caller.
Love it.
How much time do I have?
You have 28 seconds.
Thank you, sir. Price, speaking on the Buffalo Soldiers, he's an indicted criminal going to jail, and we're going to do the same favor for you as we did with Ridley. Write the prosecutor and ask for a maximum sentence. Same thing with Dawson, the next indictee. Criminals of the Los Angeles City Council, we have no representation.
Caller, your time has
in the
expired.
black
Next caller.
Thanks very much. Next caller.
Thank you very much.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Talk shit about me the whole time. They hung up on Mr. Harlan. I know they did. And
Press *6 to unmute, please.
And I'm sure the queue is full. So he's not. We're not going to hear my bet.
Go ahead, caller. Okay, next caller, please.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Go ahead, caller. Next caller, please.
Hello, good
Okay.
morning. This is a general comment this morning.
Okay, you have
Current
1
Price
minute.
should have, oh my gosh. Current Price should have his salary, position, and pension immediately revoked.
Robot dog.
Just like convicted criminal Mark the Criminal Ridley Thomas. That has not happened because
That's husband and wife.
Armenian dictator Paul Krikorian and the rest of his corrupt city council protect their criminals, stifle public comment, and steal at all opportunities. The black community only has corrupt black coon politician representation. I demand that petty pink-faced corrupt Armenian dictator Paul Krikorian stop throwing citizens out of Sleazy Hall, arresting citizens, and stop the wholesale Brown Act violations, thereby protecting the criminals of this sleazy council. This racist and incompetent and corrupt city government has increased homelessness by another 10% while doing dog and cat home giveaways at Sleazy Hall still.
Thank you. Next caller, please.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Yes, I want to speak on 16 through 21.
50 guns.
Okay, so you have
And
three.
public comment.
So you
and
have
then public comment also.
So you have 3 minutes for
I
the
think that's
items.
50
They are
guns.
all REAP items, and you have 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Okay, let's go with 16. Again, all the REAP items that we're talking about here at City Council. Price and Krikorian should not be voting on this stuff, being that they are landlords.
That's not him.
They should step aside, not politic, to get it their way. They're going to get a 10% increase in landlord pay, and they should not be allowed to vote on that. So again, water drop. July 27th, Biden gave $1 billion for water. The city does not do anything about getting this water to the people when the funding's there. It's not fair to the public. These people need to have that protection out on the street. It's hot. The valley's going to be 108 today. City Hall's nice and cool, I'm sure. The REIT situation again. Why is Price sitting at the in this forum? We got a situation going on.
That's not real
here.
50 guns.
Monica Rodriguez, you asked for that there had to be a process, but Price did just the opposite. He tainted that process by getting his wife involved or his girlfriend, whatever way you want it. How do you want a process to proceed when you allow them to sit in chamber and vote on these things? It makes no sense to the public that you guys keep allowing this to happen and only speak up for the lobbyists that got you appointed, the unions, the labor unions that you want to work up there. Yaroslavsky, great job. Great job. Keep defending who you were voted
Sir,
in
you need to bring this
protect.
back to the REAP items or go to general public comment.
Okay, let's go to general public comment.
Thank
Again,
you.
Krikorian, we're going to go there. You should not be voting on these REAP items because you are a landlord. Price, you shouldn't be voting on it. Please exclude yourselves from that. And again, Joe Biden gave $1 billion to get water to these people. Not after they die. Use that thing. You guys are not preventive. You guys react to the situation when people are dead and on the news. Help the people out there that you were elected to help. Please. I yield my time.
Thankfully.
Thank you. Next caller, please.
Thankfully.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Typical
Caller with the
Democrats
last
at
four
work.
digits,
The big Democrat
8092.
gives them $1
Please
million.
press star six
They
to
do
unmute.
nothing with it except for squander it. Sounds like the Democrat way.
Hello, my name is Sun. I want to speak on public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Thieves
Please
and
begin.
grifters.
Thank you so much. My name is Sun. I'm with Water Drop LA,
Oh,
a community and volunteer-run organization. As you've probably heard before, we're out here on Skid Row every Sunday for the past 3 years, giving, over 2,000 gallons of water each Sunday. Right now, what we're facing is a public crisis at the moment. Everyone on council here today is here because of service. That's something that needs to be addressed because at the moment, service is what is needed within a community today.
That's it, Daily.
Right now, the temperatures are getting hotter. There's people dying out in the streets. I'm tired of seeing friends of mine that I've met and connected with that I don't know they're going to make it. They're going to be there the next Sunday that I'm there. I urge you
Caller,
to
your
take
time
action.
has expired.
I urge you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We don't care about
as we
Skid Row. If we did,
go to the next caller,
we
I
wouldn't have
wanna
been around
also,
for the last
if Mr.
80 some odd
Harlan is
years.
listening, he did get cut off earlier, and so Mr. Harlan, if you'd still like to speak, go ahead and call back in, raise your hand, and we'll try to get you in. Next caller, please.
Raise his hand virtually. How does he
Caller,
raise his
which
hand
items
on the
would you like to
phone,
speak
idiot?
on?
How do you raise your hand on the phone?
Caller with the
Unless
last
he's
four
in
digits,
there.
6000.
He's calling from the
Please
chambers.
press star 6 to unmute.
I mean, it's Democrats, just low IQ. That's it. Low IQ grifting thieves.
Go ahead, caller.
Can't even figure out how to use a phone system after using it for 15, 20 years.
Caller, if you're on the line, go right ahead, please.
Yeah. What a shit show.
Okay, let's go to the next caller, please.
Yeah, because there's nobody on the line.
And for those who are waiting, you'll need to press star 6 when you're called upon in order to unmute.
Yeah, raise your hand, right?
Next
Aqua?
caller, please.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
I mean, what a fucking idiot. Man, what's going on?
Yes, good morning. Public comment.
That sounds.
You have 1 minute.
50
Please
guns.
begin.
Thank you. Mr. Ostrowski, I apologize
That's 50
to
guns.
you for what your fellow council people did to you today on your motion to stop the hotel. But when you see the president of the council, make his comments about how he's against, and he basically puts a gun to your head, the rest of you fall in place like puppies. You guys do exactly what is done. This is the best case of corruption and how corruption and developers get the money to you. Miss Rodriguez, every time I think of you as a future mayoral candidate, what do? You talk about the process. You know what the process is? How you and others can get money from these developers, and then at the point, if you have to vote against it, you do. But this way, you look like you're, really standing out there trying to get new business into the area. So, again, Miss Yaroslavsky, I think Zeb would be very proud of you, and I saw him for many years, and he did a great job.
Thank you very much. Next caller, please.
Hung up
Caller,
right on
which
him.
items would you like to speak on?
Talked about the grift right away. Sounds about right. At least some people
Press
see
star
it.
6 to unmute, please.
At least some folks are smart enough to see the grift.
Mr. Garrett Bollinger, please keep your voice down during the meeting.
Stop shouting out. You'll be removed if you shout out. Okay, next caller. And callers, when
Stacy's
you're called
spicy
upon,
today.
you need to press star 6 to unmute.
Came in with the fucking
Next caller, please.
showing her belly off and
Can
shit.
you hear me?
Yes, go right ahead. What items would you like to speak on?
General comment and all of them. And you need to say what the last four numbers of the phone number is, because otherwise you don't know if you're being called on or not.
Yes, we do that.
You're
Go right
not
ahead.
answering-
Go right
you
ahead. You have
haven't-
3 minutes on the agenda items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go right ahead.
My name is Susan Rocha. I live in CD1 in Cypress Park. This message is for Divine Savior Catholic Church. I'll start with Priest Marco Ortiz. Why did you want a restraining order? Are you so afraid of a woman standing on a corner with a
So,
sign?
caller, the items that are open for public comment are 15 through 21. They are all REAP items. So
Right,
you
Jesus.
can speak to the items
be
during
jelly.
this time, or we can move you to general public comment.
Okay, you can move me to general comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
How much heroin did she do today?
So, please, Marco Ortiz, what were you so afraid of? You're afraid of a woman standing on the corner with a sign? Really? You know, even an LAPD wouldn't give you a restraining order, but you still tried it in court, or you lost? That's really sick what you did. It really was. And Priest Albert, after you, yeah, he falsely accused me of a crime. And he's lying to his church members that he didn't do it. Well, I have the court documents that prove that he did. But he lost because the jury found me not guilty. Because that was a lie, too. So your church is full of BS, bullshit. Because all you do is lie. And that's all you know how to do is lie. You lie to each other, you lie to your church members, or you're still claiming you won when you lost. That's really sick. There's something wrong with you people. Really? Why don't you stop for your bullhorns that I've been fighting for 20 years for you to turn off those noisy sound system with your off-key tape recordings all day? There ain't nobody there. But no, you just want to disturb my peace and quiet.
All right.
Caller, your time has expired.
Thank you very much. We'll take 3 more callers.
Heroin
Next caller,
addict, I
please.
think.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on? Caller with the last 4 digits,
came out the knot.
6199.
This came-
Which
this
items
got
would you
out
like
the
to
knot.
speak on? Press star 6 to unmute.
Yeah. Hello?
Caller,
Man.
this is your last opportunity to speak. Please press
Yeah,
star
all
6
kinds
to
of phone
unmute
trouble
yourself.
today.
Next caller.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Let's give the phone number digits as well. So
I'd like to speak on general public comment.
all right, you have 1 minute.
Wish
Go
I
right
could
ahead.
hear him better.
I was so moved earlier to hear our council president's comments. I also just have a hard time reconciling that with where he was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Council District 8 was getting the grind from Nerdy. He was willing to blow up the maps. We heard it on the Fed tape. He wanted to blow up the maps. To look out for somebody not even on the council, his former chief of staff running to replace him. But he couldn't lift a finger as he helped blow up the maps, as they sliced and diced that baby to help out Council District 8, the district with the highest African American population in this city. Interesting.
It's true, though,
Have I
Jim.
say,
Just shitty.
All right, thank you very
Dude,
much. Next
shitty
caller,
audio
please.
all the time, every time. And yesterday it was
Caller,
so
which
hot.
items would you like to speak
Hottest
on?
it's ever been yesterday.
And again, please
And that's
indicate.
caller 6199.
Thank
Last 4 digits.
Where's
6199.
Mr. Harlan?
Please press star 6 to unmute.
All right, guys.
Smoke.
Number ending in 6199. Please press star 6. Okay. Sorry, that's twice now. Next caller, please.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on? Caller with the
Does
number
nobody know how to
8910.
talk? Ben. See, they got you fucked up, Ben. There's Matt. See, Matt, somebody was asking for you, Matt. They were sad because you weren't here.
Caller
Somebody
with
was-
number ending
Whoever was looking for Matt, I
8910,
forgot.
Please press
Matt's here now.
star 6 to unmute and begin speaking. Next caller, please.
Caller with the number 3713.
I think it was anyone. Doesn't anyone know how to talk anymore? Not here. All of a sudden, you go into this chambers and it's like you lose all IQ.
Yes, we can hear you. Which
Your
of the
IQ
items would you
lowers
like to speak on?
by 100 points.
Yeah, general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Please begin.
Yeah, Asian fellow with the glasses. You got a big fucking head. Anyways, all you asshats need to be in jail for corruption. You fucking clowns don't ever pay attention. Stand there with your dicks in your hand during public comments. The only man that can save us is Mr. David Heller and Stinks, both running this shit to the moon. All right, smoke and scan to the moon. Can I get a Stinks in chat? Capone out.
Shout out to Capone. He said, yo, you got a big ass head.
Anything else?
A boulder head.
Okay. Next caller, please.
Shout out to Capone for that one.
Caller, which item would you like to speak on?
Technically, that's 2 shout-outs, because I want to say Mr. Herman was talking about us. Think so. Shout out to Mr. Herman. Whoa.
Okay, next caller, please. Next
you
caller,
had to
please.
mute it. It's like a radio show. You got to mute your shit.
Call in with the last 4 numbers.
Otherwise it echoes.
3713. Which items would you like to speak on?
Huge dope. Yo, you got a big-ass fucking head.
Okay, we've called that number before.
I need to get that.
Conclude public comment.
No!
Members, let's go ahead and
Mr. Harlan,
now. Mr.
man.
Clerk, what is available?
How are you going to jack Mr. Harlan like that? Yesterday was Spindler, now it's Mr. Harlan.
15,
Fuck
17,
you, man.
and 19 through 21.
All right, those items are now before us. Do any members wish to be heard?
Fucking dicks.
Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll.
A piece of shit, dude.
Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
Fucking asshole. Tired of this fucking fool, you know? I really am. It's a piece
Very
of shit.
good. With that, Mr. Clerk, what's now before us?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Without objection, posted and referred. Next.
No.
The desk is clear, sir.
Very
Piece
good.
of
Any
shit.
announcements, members? Any announcements by members on my
Fuck it,
left?
I'm going to play a Mr. Harlan rant in
Any
honor of
announcements
Mr.
by
Harlan.
members on my right, Mr. Soto Martinez.
Thank you so much, Council President. I would like to invite.
Don't shout into the microphone. Mr. Harlan.
Mr. Harlan, please.
So, Mr. Harlan, you were disrupting the meeting. You're hurting the translator's ears. You either stop shouting or you're going to end your public comment right now.
Mr. Harlan, please.
Who in the fuck do you guys think you are?
Colleagues, so I hope y'all can.
Well,
come
you
out
know,
and have a
you
great
got to
time.
capture his essence
and to find the tickets,
and bring
you
it
can
back
go to angelcity.com.
and bring his memory.
The tickets are free.
When
and
I
it will be
can.
a lot of fun. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Any other announcements, members? Seeing none, are there any motions for adjournment?
Oh, man, he just goes off sometimes,
Members on my
bro.
right, any motions to adjourn?
Where's stupid-ass
Members on
Johnny
my
G?
left, any motions to adjourn? Meeting is adjourned.
Okay, you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Good morning, council members. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe.
They're done.
Hopefully, this weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe. Hopefully, the movie Fast and Furious and Dodge commercials will not inspire someone to speed and take someone's life. It is so tragic that we have to fear that stupid movie like Fast and Furious and Dodge Hornet commercials, which can take someone's life. I pray that you're safe, and I'll see you next week.
Shout out to all the Hellcats. I mean, I just can't, it's just, you just gotta, you wonder how these people get into power. They have morons, complete fucking morons like that doing that. Okay? And voting for them. Complete fucking morons like that who are fucking 50 years old, can figure out how to dress themselves in a nice suit, but can't figure out what the fuck's going on in life. Let's go roll with the sheriff. This is Live with the Sheriff. Cat 4. This isn't Bob, but this is one of Bob's deputies here in St. Paul, Minnesota, live. Yeah, the Dodge Horn, dude. He's just too fucking funny, dude. That guy's... And then remember, he came in last week. He was talking about street lamps, okay? How he wants street lamps like that one that you just saw in the corner there to be more identifiable so people wouldn't walk into them. Because people have problems walking into them because they can't identify that that's a street lamp. Well, I say to you, I mean, whether it's a street lamp or it's a parking meter, why would you walk into it anyways? It's an object that's probably not going to move. But again, you're not very bright. I get it. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with complete and utter morons, and there's so many of them. That's how these people get into power. Okay, you have morons like that who vote for them, tons and stacks of them. And that's why the city is the way it is. It couldn't be people that were smart, free thinkers. It couldn't possibly be. Not enough of those people. Those people are scarce. They're the minority, not the majority. Allison, thank you so much for the dodo.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
So that's it. Yeah, they're done. I mean, I don't know what to say. They are in and out. It's crazy because I want to say it was literally about an hour and 3 minutes maybe of actual talking to the public, phones and in the chambers. And everything else was the Buffalo Soldier presentation and them just bullshitting and voting and, patting themselves on the backs. Yeah, they should be patted everywhere, John. We need to spend another $100 million patting every, parking meter and light post and fire hydrant so people don't walk into them. Fucking moron, dude. Fuck DePardas. That dude is a city councilman, I believe, in fucking Canoga Park. That's got to tell you something. That's got to really tell you something, What a fucking moron, I mean, it's amazing to see the stupidity in government. I mean, look at that fool Fetterman. Look at him. Fucking hoodie wearing, can't finish a sentence. He's got fucking, what's his name growing on the back of his neck? What's that guy? Cueto from fucking Total Recall. Remember the little alien that came out of Homeboy's belly? Quaid. That's growing on. That's Homeboy on the back of Fetterman's neck. Quaid. That's why he wears the hoodie so you don't see it. You don't see him popping out. Quaid. I'm telling you. If you are watching this show and you voted for that person because you actually thought they were going to do good, you're a fucking moron. Please, just believe that. No, but don't. All the participation awards you got, everyone telling you you're awesome. You're not. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not going to lie to you and insult your little bit of intelligence that you may have. Okay? How's that dude working out for you now? Idiocracy is here, Eric. It absolutely motherfucking is.
Carl's Jr. Fuck you. I'm eating.
Hey! She not putting out? Hey, a couple of us guys were wondering, we go family style on her.
Okay, sir. Now we will begin to proceed to obtain your IQ and aptitude tests.
Welcome to Carl's Jr. Would you like to try our
extra big-ass taco?
Your Honor, I'm pretty sure we have a mistrial here, sir.
I'm gonna mistrial my foot up your ass. You don't shut up.
Please listen.
Please listen.
You got hepatitis. Oh.
So you smart, huh? I'm gonna go find this hoe.
I mean, that's all of that wrapped in one.
Go away, Baton.
Yeah,
that's it. There you go. That's all the world is. Your floor is clean. Your floor is clean. Your floor is clean. Meanwhile, that portion of the floor is spot free. It's perfectly clean, and everything else is filthy. Your floor is clean. Yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah, the world's in a bad place, man. Pretty fucking stupid. The process is the punishment. Yes. 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 I mean, sooner or later, Rob, we're not going to have to worry about having street lamps anymore because the lamps are not going to be working, as most of them don't work now. You go on large parts of the freeway and there's no more lights. The lights are there, but they're not working because your houseless, poor little houseless neighbor stole all the copper wire out of that. And guess who's going to pay to replace that fucking wire? Same people that call those poor little houseless neighbors their houseless neighbor. Well, I'm letting you know, my neighbors all have jobs. They don't sit under bridges and smoke crack and have their fucking handout, waiting for the handout, the dole, the government dole. My neighbors actually work. They get up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning. They leave every morning. They go to work, hard working. They don't smoke crack all day and wait for the handout. That's what my neighbors are like. I don't know about yours. That's it. They're stealing the wires, all the copper wiring in there. They take it all. And then they replace it, and literally a week, a day, 2 days, 3 days later, it's gone again. And again, when you catch them, what are you doing to them? Nothing. That's why they do it, because when they get caught, they don't even give a fuck. They don't even run. They don't care. Not running. What's the point? I'm just going to tire myself out. You're going to catch me. You're going to let me write. You're going to let me go. You're going to still be writing your report while I'm getting out on free bail, no bail. Because I'm oppressed and I can't afford bail. But all I do is commit crime all day. I know. Remember what I told you? 2022, the year of fake oppression. Because I tell you, anybody claims oppression, tell them, I'll tell you what, I'll follow you around for the day. Let's see if they make you do things you don't want to do. Or let's see. Let's see if you get pulled over by the cops every block. I want to see it. I want to see how long we drive and see how long you get pulled over. I get pulled over all the time. Sure. You know what I always say is this. You know what that is, right? It's the world's smallest violin playing the world's saddest little song just for you. That's what that is. Can't you hear it playing? Did who get put in camps? Asian folks? Japanese folks? Yes. In the 40s? Yes. Here. By the Democrats. Absolutely. Remember, they were telling you about history. But they don't ever tell you about all the history. They tell you about the things they want you to know about the history. Like I told you, their textbook would have many pages ripped out of it. So many. Creators of the Jim Crow laws, creators of slavery, creators of the Japanese internment camps, on and on and on. It's undeniable. Starting of the KKK to suppress Republican voting. That was all Democrats, and that is undeniable. Undeniable. You can hate it, call me what you want. It's unfucking deniable. Undeniable. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. And it goes on and on. Every single slave owned in this country owned by only one side. That would be the Democrats. In fact, there was one Republican that owned a slave once, but he owned a slave when he was a Democrat. Ulysses S. Grant. Okay? He was a Democrat who owned a slave and then all of a sudden became a Republican and didn't have slaves anymore. Oh, your history. Plenty of blacks that owned slaves. Free blacks that had slaves. That happened too. They did write and pass the Indian Removal Act, right? You could sit and do it all. Now, I'm not telling you that the Republicans are great folks. No. Ronald Reagan was the biggest drug dealer in America. It's undisputable. Him and Oliver North got made off like bandits. Got book deals, TV deals, got a museum. We're the biggest drug dealers in America. That's the Iran-Contras. The Iran, that whole scandal was real. Ask Freeway Ricky Ross. Okay. And there's a few other things that they've done, but if you sat there and wrote, okay, let's write a bad list of both. Who did what to the country? And let's take a look at the list, the length of it. Boy. One would be way longer than the other. And it's funny how none of them ever want to tell you the things they did, all the atrocities. They always want to tell you about history and oppression, but they don't tell you who oppressed them. How come? How come? Again, they want to seem like they're all awesome. I told you about JFK. Just Google JFK Adolf Hitler and tell me what you see on your Google page. Read a little bit. Read about how JFK's father and JFK loved Hitler. They loved him. They thought he was a great dude. Read. Just fucking read. This is the point I'm daring you to stick your tongue on the fucking pole. Okay? It's time. I triple dog dare you. When I end this stream in a few minutes, I dare you. There's a reason why that man was smoked. It runs deep. It runs deep. Okay? Everybody they propped up and told you was an awesome fellow, when you delve into what they are or who they are, they're telling you the angle that they want to tell you from. Take the apple and look at the apple from every angle. Okay? Look at it from every fucking angle. Don't just look at it at the angle they're showing you. It is nice weather. Looks like a beautiful spring day. Well, I'm sure it's a nice summer day, but you know. Wonder if it's hot. CIA, yeah. There's a lot that they just don't tell you. That's it. Yeah, exactly, Katie. They write it. They write the history, you know, the way they want you to know. And that's it. You know, they tore all these statues down. Why don't they tear the statues down to Democrats that did all the bad shit? They left those up. So see-through. So simple. Really so simple. Really so simple to see. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's up, Cass? No, we're not going to be on until Friday morning. Unless there's a chase, of course. And I'm hoping if there's a chase, can it be after like 8 o'clock? Just so I can get some work done. Erase history with the Common Core. Yeah. All right, wise guy, have a good one. Yeah, no, I saw that wise guy. We were talking about it yesterday with the sheriff. They identified him today. That got shot and killed by the other officers at the golf course. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure they'll make it out to see some rogue cop situation of some sort. Yeah. No, I'm just watching Thailand. See, I'll watch it over here. You guys want to watch Thailand for a little bit? They're about to close up, I think. It's 2 o'clock in the morning there. 2:09 in the morning. They took all the chicks with the whips inside. Now you got all the drunk dudes just leaving the clubs looking for some pussy. Oh, look at homeboy's walking him by his arm. He's already faded. Homeboy in the backpack up there. Look, back down there on the street. Yeah. No, I've never been to Thailand. I've never been anywhere in Asia. It'd be cool. Asia would be a cool place to be, a cool continent to explore. I don't know if I really want to go to India, you know, but definitely some parts of Asia I'd definitely like to go to. A gaycation? What do you think? They're all gay here? I highly doubt that. There's plenty of real women there. I hate to break it to you. Thai pie. Well, hopefully that happens, gamer. Flip it upside down already. Let us just get to the fucking Civil War and be done with it already. That's what they want. Let us get it going. You think every single chick here is a ladyboy? You don't think there's one real woman, huh? I think you're sadly mistaken, sir. Is there some ladyboys there? There are. Absolutely. Like these two coming up, they both look like kind of men. But, yeah, they both look like men to me. There's definitely some ladies, I assure you. The one in the green who's flopping around is definitely a lady. That ain't a dude. She's a tourist. Oh, you mean, dude, I already saw 2 people stumble on that crack in the fucking ground right there. Everybody's drunk and they don't realize the little divot in the ground next to the square. And they're busy looking at everything around them. That's a dude right there in the purple. Well, it's easy to kind of tell. I mean, bro, she could dunk. I'm telling you, 10.5 foot rim. Clack! skying. But I assure you, there's plenty of ladies there too. In fact, if you look right here, there's right there, a few ladies right there. We're in Thailand. It's Sumai. I think it's called Sumai. Out front of the Sin Club, which is a strip joint there. And here, Club Hush. I think it's their camera, Club Hush. Always make you laugh. Well, that's a good thing, man. We don't laugh enough. We ain't laughing enough, so people are too uptight now. So let me be uptight for you. Look at this dude rolling around. It's too hot. He's got a beer in his hand. He's already dehydrated, I'm sure. He's got his shirt off because it's hotter than hell. It's probably 95 degrees. He's already sucking down another beer. Get extra dehydration going. Definitely need some water over in that joint, I could tell. Everybody who's wearing a shirt, the shit's always like fucking sweaty. 6 minutes to 4:20 somewhere. Yeah. It's a good thing, Hoosier. I like to see when you guys laugh, or at least not see because I can't see it, but hear that you guys are enjoying yourselves and having a good time. And I like the fact that you guys look for, each other in the chat room. That's always nice too. Like I always say, someone's birthday, you guys always say happy birthday. You don't need to, but you do. So, I mean, that's how you create a good community. You can come here and not get picked on and have a fun time. And that's a rarity in the internet world. It's a fucking rarity. And do I miss some stuff? Of course I do. Nobody's perfect. I got a lot of people to watch. A lot of things to do at once, So it's going to happen. See, that's a real chick. The blonde right there, she's real. The brown-haired chick's real. She's real. Come on, man. Half those chicks were real. Look at that belly. That's a real fucking belly.
Motherfuckers with guts like that ain't off the cheeseburgers. Motherfuckers with guts like that definitely are on the cheeseburgers, dog.
You looking at my gut?
I just took a little peek.
I saw you. So what are you looking at my gut for?
I just took a little peek. Pulled it up. He had that big bear belly. Bear belly. Yeah, the J-Rock. J-Rock, baby. J-Rock, baby. J-Rock, baby. Where's the Randy one? Hold on, I got a Randy. It's a drop about right. Hold on. No. Ain't that one? Where is it? Dang it. How is it not in? Don't tell me I lost that one too. Really? What would it be under? Let me see here. No. Hold on, let's do this. Let's see if it's next to that one. Damn it. Yeah, I lost it. There was another good Randy one I had in here. Fuck, that sucks. That's what I hate about putting so many drops in here. You end up fucking, you end up losing shit. Hold on, maybe it's right here. No. Damn it. Yeah, I lost it. Shit. Too many, man, and I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Randy, why don't you go on and eat a cheeseburger, you basketball-eating walrus-ass motherfucker?
You basketball-eating walrus motherfucker. Because he had that big-ass basketball belly. That shit was great.
Like, I'll fucking go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm hard, right? I ain't shook about going to jail, but it's like, I kind of like my freedom, too, at the same time, you know what I mean?
I mean, he was great, dude. That dude was fucking great.
When you're from the park, it's all for one motherfucker and one motherfucker for all motherfuckers everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
Where's Stinks Cam? Hold on. The Stinks Cam went off.
That's one fucking nice kitty right there.
Fucking mustard tiger. That's it. Goddamn mustard tiger. Yeah, that show is just fucking. I need to go back and cut it up and get like Cyrus, fuck right off and all that shit. I love Cyrus. Cyrus was funny. And the two dudes that sold dope and lived with their grandma, Terry and what was it? It was Terry and they were twins, 2 Asian twins, and they were selling dope. And Cyrus was hanging out with them. It was Terry and what was the other brother's name? Fuck. Can't remember the other one right. Dennis and Terry. Thank you so much, Sal. Dennis and Terry, dude. Their grandma was awesome too. Oh, Dennis and Terry. They'll go over there getting in shootouts and shit in the park. I fucking love it. I fucking love it, man. I love it. Yeah. Why does he have a pail? That's weird. Stroll around a little kiddie pail with a shovel. What's he got in there? When Ricky grows shrooms. I think, the great one with Ricky was when they had when he tried to hide the hash, so he fucking made he covered the driveway in hash and made it seem like it was blacktop. And he kept telling everybody to stop walking on it, and don't drive on it, don't park on the driveway. It's still drying. Oh, that was a fucking great one, dude. Yeah, rest in peace to Leahy, man. Yeah, that show is classic. And, like I told you, I was so late to it. My friends were telling me, oh, man, why don't you watch this show? I don't know. It just sounds weird. Trailer Park Boys. I don't know. Then I started watching it, and I was like, oh, man, this shit is great. I was late. Shit was gold. Now, to be honest, I did watch all the seasons. I don't know, I don't watch all the little Netflix fucking, Bubbles and Ricky and all them now kind of shit. I don't watch that shit now, to be honest. But, because I know they still do some stuff, but the old stuff is absolute classic. It's gold. It will live in infamy. Trailer trash tornado, yeah. That's it, Shirlene. That's what it's all about. Sometimes I'd be the cause of them not having fun, unfortunately. But, some people don't see all the pressure and all the other bullshit that goes on, too. And, sometimes when you're trying to pull something off and you're doing your best and things aren't working, then you have people piling on for no reason. It doesn't help. So instead of being in a bad mood and being around folks, you'd rather just leave and have them enjoy it somewhere else or something, At least that's how I feel about it. Kung Fu. Fools are fighting. Oh, shit. Yeah, right, Crystal? Do you think that was me, Crystal, that he was talking about? Do you guys really, honestly, in the chat room right now, when Mr. Herman said, hey, shout out to the guy on YouTube, then he's smoking his weed, and then he said something like, sorry, I didn't bring my bong. That's when I was like, wow, is that really me? Is he talking about? Who else is he talking about? Nobody else watches this shit and puts it up on YouTube, right? So he must be watching. Shout out to Mr. Herman. He must love this. Big up to Lonnie, of course. Lonnie is the doing. The maker. Lonnie. Shout out to you, Lon. Wherever you are at. Hopefully you're having a great day. Clip it. Well, I don't know if it's me. I mean, we all assume it, right? We're all kind of in agreement in the chat if you look. But I don't know. I'm just not quite sure. Space Echo, what's going on? Is Echo in? Hopefully not. There he is. It's bath time. Look at him over there taking a bath. Splish splash, I'm taking a bath. Oh, look at him. Oh, I love him. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Think so, Mayor? Yeah. That's pretty cool. I should clip it. You're right. But the good thing is they do leave all these up. So I need to go back and put in some new drops. Just cut up some of the old episodes. I want to get that fucking, like the 2 college fucking, like sorority dudes. Not sorority, fraternity. Fraternity dudes. Like, dude, it's so crush that we fucking got high today before we came on down. Those guys. I don't remember their names. But, yeah, they were pretty epic. I think we need to cut them up a little bit. Get some new Harlan shit in there. Some more Mr. Herman. The problem with Mr. Herman, man, is, as much as we love him, and his antics, he can go a bit overboard sometimes. And, I get it. He's pushing free speech, and I understand that. I get that. Problem is it does anger folks, and I get it. And I'd rather not play it and not anger folks and have everybody, not be angry. So it's a tough line, It's hard. It's tough, man. Reality is you're not allowed in the way you think. Well, I mean, yes, Joe. I'm sorry, Jado. Sorry. It's just you're trying to have a good time with folks here, and you don't want to make people feel excluded or picked on or anything like that, even if it's by other folks. So that's why I always say viewer discretion is advised. You kind of do need to put a helmet on. Most folks don't even realize why we watch this shit. They come in and they see them talking or voting, and they're like, how the fuck are you idiots watching this shit? It's so boring. Because they don't understand. They don't see the whole, public comment. Because usually public comments, sometimes a fucking hour in these ding-dongs take. So most people don't have the patience to wait, Oh, no, I don't think so either, Joe. Jado, I think, we, or maybe at least I, in that are the minority. We're certainly not the majority. That's for sure. A lot of people are just blind followers, and in hopes that they have blind faith that these folks will just do better. And I just don't think that's, if it were going to happen, it would already happen. Leanne, thank you so much. It doesn't take that long to get shit done. It really doesn't. Unless you're dealing with lobbyists and taking money on backdoor deals, which most of them are, and that's why they get federally indicted. That's why it happens that way. You know what I mean? That's why it happens that way. What's up, Gozian? Not really any madness going on here. We had a little madness at the city council today. It was a little better today than it was yesterday. I can say that. I was pissed that they doubled up on Mr. Harlan, and of course they hung up on Mr. Harlan and kept the other guy. And then never went back to Mr. Harlan. Makes sense. You know what I mean? And people that vote for him should be angry, and it's sad that they're not. It's almost like they just don't care that there's no free opinion. It's either your way or the highway, and that's what I'm saying. It's communist as shit. Either do as I say, or you ain't getting nothing done. Okay? And it should never be that way, and they have the audacity to talk about democracy. It's a sad deal. Oh, I know, Ulrich. Everything's gay, Bar. Everything's gay. Everybody's a dude. I know. I know, man. I know. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, Miranda, they're just eating themselves alive. And the sad part is these people cry. That's their constituents, and yet they'll still go vote for another one of these idiots or reelect the same idiot, hoping that they'll change. So they deserve everything they get, and that's why I laugh when they're crying, begging for money, because most of that side are beggars. They're not the hard workers. They're not. They're just not. They're the people that are beggars and always want some sort of free ride, some free handout. Thanks, Miranda. And that's just, you can tell. You can totally see. You know what I mean? One side lives off the other side. And like I told you, one whole third of welfare recipients are in the state that I'm in. That's not run by the ARC guys and girls. It's run by the D. Okay, so it's a welfare state. We are truly a welfare state here in California. Okay? Come on down. Free handouts for everybody. And what people don't realize is how do they pay for the handouts? Either your tax money, and then if there's none of that, what do they do? Just print more money, which makes your money worth less money. But I guess people don't see that either. We're in troubled times. Don't fool yourself. That's why I put a poll up yesterday on Instagram. Well, my personal, not on Smoke and Scan side. And I said, do you trust what major media is telling you today is the truth? Or do you think they lie? And it got something like, 200 votes or maybe a little less. And it was 97%, yes, they're lying. I don't believe they're telling us the truth. And 3% the other side, or 6%, the other side. So, or 7%, 7%. So it's quite a disparaging ratio there. One side got ratioed like a motherfucker. And I'm surprised that even the 7% that voted that way. You know what I mean? I'm really surprised. Like either you're just the biggest ostrich with your head in the sand, or you're okay with what's going on. Either way, that's okay. It's your right. But I just find it wild. I find it wild. And until you're broke, then you won't, then you'll maybe start to think differently. Yeah. I believe so, Balloon, but that's just my opinion. Absolutely, Mike. I agree. Mike T. Lady boys everywhere? Have you seen one real woman? Or do you really believe that there's absolutely only lady boys? Every single what we think is a female in a dress is every single one of them has a penis. You haven't seen one real one, huh? I know I have, Cloud. Oh, there's both, Balloon. Don't trip. There's both there. So, and I know that. It's just funny that people don't realize that there is some ladies there too. See, he almost went down in the flip-flops. You know what I mean? They're so busy looking at all the lights and the ladies, they're not paying attention to the hole in the floor. Like, those look like 3 guys, I'm going to be honest. Those don't look like ladies. What's on the scanner? Probably a whole lot, 50 guns, but I'm about to hop off and there's one more hit right here and I'm done. About to go work. I got to go to work. So get work done. Finish the first thing of work, which was the show today. Now it's time to get eBay going. Then have a little lunch, or maybe have a little lunch and then get eBay going. And then, yeah. That's about it. Big feet. So you're just looking at all their feet? So the ones with the giant feet? I don't know. I've dated ladies that have kind of a large foot sometimes. I've had a girl that's kind of had a long foot. Not gonna lie. She was definitely a girl. I seen her vagina. I think, a lot of skinny girls kind of have a larger foot. Not that way. Like they're tall and thin. Long arms, long feet. A little longer. I'm not talking huge. Not big foot. Just longer. A little bigger. That's all. Hammer toes. It's the hands you have to look at. See if they can palm a basketball. Because they can't fake the hands. You guys are too funny, man. Oh, you guys are funny, man. Chat room's just too much. There's that too. You got to do a pipe check, Blazing. Sorry, ma'am. I'm gonna have to do a pipe check. What? Yeah, I'm gonna have to see it. Let's see. I want to see if there's something going on. Okay, you're okay. She just pulls her skirt up, pulls her panties to the side. Yeah, you're all right. We can hang out. Oh, I can see it now. Yeah, it's in America. We call it a pipe check. A what? A pipe check. Don't worry about it. We do it all the time. See, that's a man. You can just tell. I mean, you can just tell. Come on now. I show you. There's plenty of women. It's a woman right there. It's another woman right there with her glasses on. There's plenty. That looks like a man right there in the black. Walking with this dude. That looks like a dude. That's definitely a guy. And that's a woman in her jeans. I think it's pretty easy. I don't think it's too hard. Problem is these dudes start drinking. Fucking beer goggles. And, I can't even see straight, man. Hold on. That's a dude. Way too tall, way too much of a switch. It's almost like, they want to be ladies. And they're pulling it off in a sense, but it's almost like overly feminine. Like there's too much of a switch, and yeah. No hips equals troon. Well, that one had some hips. I mean, you got to remember nowadays there is, especially in a country like this, these plastic surgeries probably so cheap. So for you to get fake breasts or to have implants of some sort, hip implant or collagen injections in your lips and all that jazz, I don't think it's that expensive. You know what I mean? And they get it all done and, next thing you know. They looking like a lady. All right, let me snap this and I'm out of here, man. All right, Mary Terry, have a great one. What about the girls on the left? I think those are ladies. It's hard to see, but I'm pretty sure they're ladies. Have to wait for them to come down. Are these dudes about to kiss or fight? Oh, they're hugging. He's grabbing his ass? Oh, man. Just the drunk ass homies. I like the blinding light. Like, how many people trip going into that fucking place? I mean, it's so blinding. You can't even see shit around that thing. Gotta have goddamn fucking sunglasses to go up the stairs. Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of homies. I ain't getting that close with them. No. I don't need to talk to you that close. For no reason. Besides, it's not nice to share secrets. We'll try to focus. All right, guys, I'm out of here. So thank you so much for joining me. At least today was a lot better than yesterday. We will be live Friday morning. Same thing. About 10:15 a.m. For the LA City Council meeting. We will be live, of course, at 8 p.m. for the Friday night show as well. And, of course, if there's a chase, I'll pop on because I am home. And I'm not doing anything, knock on wood, right now. So thank you guys for everything. Thanks for all the likes, the love, the fun, the camaraderie, the thumbs ups, which are huge, guys. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Those really do something. And the donations. Thank you so much for all the donos. I appreciate that, too. So please have a fantastic week. The rest of your week is... Sorry, guys. The rest of your week is still here upon you. You still got a few days left. So have a fantastic hump day. Enjoy your day. Be good. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. So have a fantastic day, guys. Okay? I'll see you on the next one.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Bye, y'all.